And so domestic mobilization is important. Of course, we're getting some support from USAID and all that. But, I mean, we should recognize the fact that I wish His Excellency Kwekete well in their reply.
Any I would see ye Ghana man penny, Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Kata Jumedia one mood dear for economy home, and I just say ordin some way na a 2 whom here be here. Say ye bet me a boy and woman soon by a
98.9.
I may be beyond no etimi a cosono, and I would say ye know. I wish you for a yard, dear say, and question, December 7th, next December bosom in a day to soon. Yen I him say, I dare so my Ghana, ye to a bar any December 7th, and I just say a batuono, ye de share so now. If it's a twaba, Eddie Mampenny, Excellency John Dramani Mahamano, and rather, and I just say, a year a febaco pepe. Nano, I just say, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Facebook page, and or the better horn, I just say, order or my Ghana many na say. Omo etimi etoaba eyi no we nyina che so man Ghana resetting agenda no na se resetting wo ba be set Ghana no o man Ghana ma ani gi hu ye pa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama efa akonya ne so edida NDC amanyoko ni nyina sese wonom timi ka omu hu bo mu eye campaign kasa kire nkrofo etimi ma nkrofo etimi eto aba edema no den ache so kire ma ya de se woda NDC full soldiers nase ana afin so my Ghana man nyina sese resetting Ghana woye na adwen se ode beba ene na probo mu wo kan ye boss no ya de se Ghana fo nya ni mugidie pa ene nam so a omutimi koto abane ma no ene grassroots ahodo NDC supporters ya de se obo o mabaso yie pa polling station agents ya de se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebo won mabaso yie pa so omumo omani kotu amanse nyina ne so omumo omani da ho no ma abato a ye koto ye no omutimi hwe bibia so ma bibia etimi eye kama pa owie ye no ya de se obo eye communication team abaso ochema efiri se ye to aba ne wie ya na NDC amanyoko na di nkuku 2016 de no na ya de se wonum ti committee bi a omo ba behwe na se campaign communication team a omo ba behwe atototo niema se ne be ya aba ne ye besa ato no 2024 no mudi niema betutu yie His Excellency John Dramani Mahama chema ene efiri so ti communication team wonum de niema gu akwan mu pa atototo niema amenei waba be ye mampanyin wo man Ghana ha no na so mani so ade hunu etimi abamu dia eye de se oda won masepa ena His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede nsemoto man Ghana manyina anim se bo sha wo sha man Ghana ma no eye de se obehwe na watimi adusuo pa wo wie no na je se ode nsemoto NDC mabunu nyina anim se eye de se wo ma ya de ye pa na emom no se ye ma obi a position obi on ma osori ase o ye ama me position mampanyin John Dramani Mahama bai o ma mehwe wo chima stani omunyina be kan bomu esi o man Ghana ze timi ama o man na timi atumpon no eno ne huhia se we preposition na se we preposition de eno enhyeda emfa nka bom bi ama wo sro o man Ghana manyina se ye nyina ye nka bom se ne be ya resetting Ghana ono His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede to o man Ghana manyina anim se oba obeya aboa ama o man na timi atumpon no watimi ayenti eno ada evisa o man Ghana ekogina pasotrom aba Edema mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no enrada any 7 years pepe aseda a wode ma o man Ghana ana afensi no NDC amanyoko ni ma no ana chese mekenkan edema wono na ye wie ye na so hanu ma General Secretary ema NDC amanyoko no ye Rafifi Court enrada ya de so no so ni Facebook page ode nsembe to ho chirema efiri sa amanyoko no edi nkunim no eni afimu eni ana ye enrada onam so de ase de PSA ema NDC amanyoko ma ni nyina se wonum nya agidie wo mumu etimi eye campaign ahodo ma Ghanafoɔ etimi eto aba ema wo mu wo wie ye no ochima wo se da o man Ghana ma nyina ase se omunya agidie wo NDC amanyoko nim etimi eto aba edema amanyoko no ye Rafifi Court chirema eyade se bosha His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eni NDC hye nyina no ene wonum NDC amanyoko mu omuni aban ne beka bom ahwe se saa bɔhye ni nyina no ombetimi adiso na bibia etimi aye kama pam ojema campaign promises ahodo a Ghana mampanyin John Dramani Mahama bra wo ba pro no hye no obehwe so mbedi ni nyina so se na be ya bibia nso no ebetimi akokama nti enu ada no general secretary ma NDC amanyoko no yewra fifi court wono so da Ghana ma nyina asikyire ma NDC amanyoko no ne aban no ebeka bom na campaign promises ahodo a omu hye oman Ghana ma nyina no omu ahwe edi so ama bibia nso no etimi ayekama. Na enu adabra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edebetu ni Facebook page say evi so oman Ghana ma eto abama ano no ene afima ano a woda NDC amanyoko no oman Ghana ma nyina asese resetting Ghana wono magye di ato abama no no eno nenam so ama panyini pa wodi dom koma na nimu Yewra Alexander Afenyo Markins wono so ebe posti ye ewo ni Facebook page no den zemo tudwa chima se ne wo hwe oman Ghana yesi ye kebi ma menkebi na aban we ba ye meche John Dramani Mahama aban we ba ye se ne wosi ye oman Ghana kebi ma menkebi no ade se ehu papa so oman no ya amfa ye nan ensi form ankasa ansekire ye sinyina anka nche mampanyi John Dramani Mahama se oman ne kebi ma menkebi no se ne ode ko ne ehu a ade se behu ebe ye hu pam o kirema efiri se oman Ghana ma eye changes to abama mampanyi John Dramani Mahama enu ada eni afe baako pepepe nenso mampanyini ba ye no ade se aban adwuma yefo a wono ka se oba bebie enwuma kra afa bi aka ho no ba ye no omumom ana obepam wo mu eni ochiema aban adwuma yefo ahodo nyina ade se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ne na aban omu pam fa eno nkoto nchia Chief Justice nso a oman no amamra constitution ni bone ho ban no so no ade se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama wayi na free honom eno nkoto nchia Electoral Commissioner wono so no oman no amamra bone ho ban wono no gina kontinkro no ade se no so muyi o mafam die bia so mbehwe no matini Electoral Commission de free honom eno na Yewra Alexander Afenyo Markins din semo etudwa chima kebi mamen kebi ye wo oman Ghana hanom no se na mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ede oman ne kebi mamen kebi ekono enye sa netie krakrakrakrakrakrakrakra enye sa netie ntie hu behia se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama se ne oman ne kebi mamen kebi nkrofo kasa na waka wonum kasa bo ahyomu ebo ene we kasa ya ne akwa akwache no we kasa ya ne aye nse no ade se emwa ema oman ne kebi mamen kebi entimi nkoso na emom no campaign promises ahodo a wo hye oman Ghana ma so obeye mampanyi na obeboa ama na etimi abamu mebunu benya adwuma ye no mampanyi John Dramani Mahama won hwe na campaign promises no oni so se ne wo hye oman Ghana fo man nyina so ba obebiebie enwuma ahodo aye investment ahodo ama Ghana manya bia ye no ade se eno ana won hwe enye wo wie na odin nsem otudwa chima ade se artificial intelligence digital infrastructure mampanyi John Dramani Mahama yes wo hye mu kana no eneyi wato na jeje mu a masesi a no oman Ghana artificial intelligence ni digital infrastructure no enkoyie wo hanom kra eno nkochenchi ya mebuna wonmo oman Ghana hanom a omu wo politics mu nes wono ankasa amanyoku mebunu no oba ye watwa wonom abo enti Yewra Alexander Afenyo Markins enu ada abra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede nsembe tudwa se NDC amanyoku no wonom ba ye no omanya mfinhia baako no eno de nsem utudwa chima omanya mfinhia baako nso ba ye won hye dam fancy san bia Mike bi mamenka bi no se ne wo si eye no nye sa ne tie firi se wayi Chief Justice free ho Electoral Commission so no wonom hwe se omu bi no edi ne free honom awusia yentu akase ebo no so emfama ode a ade se Ghana Education Service ne wonom ahye Zowu Penyin Senior High School headmaster wo ho na se no wo voter region Yewra Joshua Vazu wonom ahye ne se wonfa onsi form efiri se kame se headmaster ya wo Penyin Senior High School wonom no enye aba beto dwa se enkura bia wonom school mo na se ma wo school wonom no ana chese wonom mu deda sampa so agro ana onu omu edi enna se enu ada voter regional directorate of education omunkrato mu de beto dwa ne echi ma hu behia se headmaster no ode ne nan besi ode ne niema nyina begu honom na ese ne offices niema administrative work na oye bibia oye bia no obe handing over ede ama voter regional directorate of education se ne be ya ombehwe enzema na se so bo mu de bo headmaster ni nyina ne se nei ukopie school mu honom a ka me se mebunu nkura wonom honom a yese wono headmaster ne timi hwe ebo wo mu ho ban no aba beto dwa se onu omu enya empaso agro eno ne nam so ama Ghana Education Service for edisa enkrata we nyina aba beto dwa no mu chema ya de se eye Municipal Director of Education Emma Ketunof no ene yi won hwe se administrative work eni bibie ka ho ekoso school honum bia no obehwe na chese watimi abo ho ban. Ebuzia yentu akase ebo no so emfama efri se mampanyi John Dramani mani ba ha efri se mampanyi John Dramani mahama ba ye na ote eye National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat na say galamse ahodo ekoso ewo man Ghana hanum nyina omu ene behwe atimi atu ase se na be yebetimi abo apa na enu ada aba beto ya sokopie mo bia river no Western North region oma kwa chichi nkrovuo bi a omufri nkrofo ama so aba na se foreigners a omutu galamse ni bi ana chese 9 months for atimi akohonom akwa chi omu omuchie ma ene na anu fiada no ano munya ne ntie se eyade se Western North na se bia river no eyade se nkrofo bi omufri nkrofo ama so foreigners ewo honom a chese omutu pa ene nam so mutimi kwachichi o ma se amene o kasa ide so aman dade so district police ana so mutimi do nyina ene na the 9 months for ndin nsem to dwachi ma ene 9 months for mako aduasa baako ana cheso mu bowura eye forest mu na anu fiada ekoye omukoye ne se kwan ya omufa so mutu galamse no na nya asem kuma akra omukoye no akande a yede tu galamse no eyade so mutimi gigigi bi firi omu ho a muchima champagne ahodo no omugibi excavators omugibi ana afensu no mobile phone na omususu se sa panyini pa wo mu ahye foreigners ni se omu entu from agudie no esa number nipa ne number wo so atese ni nyina ye phones ni niema ahodo mutimi gigigi free wo mu ho enti se amene o kasa die eye omu chiema ya de se dade so aba divisional police command ne wono metimi hand over e de ama omu Ghana for meche nkrofo omu fro nkrofo ama so aba omu ewo Western of omu tu efom agudie ni bi ana chese 9 months for etimi akwachi omu yamba kase bonu kopie mu nkrofo ama so na ECOWAS community of West Africa state no eyade say nei wonum chima omufa asrafo amoma kwa kopie mu ewo Benin na aba beto dwa so kopie mu Benin eyade say nti wahye bi ama no humi so ye papa free say Benin fo na se kebi mamenkebi na omudi ye adwumu nso nei aba beto dwa so mu pese omutu aban gu na so wontu aban kura gu nam so ama basabasa esi ewo Benin menum eno ne nam so ama ECOWAS fo nei wonum chima omudi asrafo efri amaya hodo so ewe bibiri mu hanom wonum chema ebi be free Ghana ebi be free Sierra Leone ebi be free Cote d'Ivoire ebi be free Nigeria ni nyina no mu kwakopie mu ewo Benin se ne be nti wahye wa ama ne homene so honom no omu betimi aso ano na pepepe ya na se basa ekoso Benin no eto etimi atwa ebusia ma menyina Benin nsemi so na no pano nsia kase ba me de be somwo ewo happy 98.9 FM no memfa ni nyina ensi na wakase ebonim no nsem a wote ye no ebi ni say Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene wode nsem oto abibrem empenfo mo wanu nyina se eniema ewo abibrem ha no mo nhwe se sikapoti omu benya no omu di bi ebehye enwomasua mu ede kase eboni kopie mu Benin na ECOWAS for ababeto dwa se asrafo ne omuchi omudo mu kwa kopie mu Benin se na be ya nti wahye wa ama ne homne so ewo Benin ne mantemo no etu obetwa ebusanse me kan se mo ehu na me de beso mo sa no pa no nsia kase bo happy 98.9 FM din di abna sante me sorry so die happy morning show Mr. Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah ne na pamfo e de ba beso mo makramo
kwe me pacho wo science che suku adesua hyehye foforo ya adesua foforo a omo konto aso suku edi bedi dwuma no wobetimi a kyerɛ mu yi a kyerɛ me
eboa ema adesua fo no adwune ye na ye de adesua fo no asi adekyere emfimfini afei ye de oman amamra ne amane a ɛsɛfata edua mofra no mu sa suku adesua hyehye foforo yi obia de wom sempo obia wo adesua mu haw ene obia sɛbi wadi dem ne santi enya de a ye gya bofra bia wa akyire
na die ne yɛbɛka fa babadie purugu twere ne twam sohwɛ owia ne wurafi ɛya de ɛkɔ pa
sei suku sahodo no ɛwɔ nsɔhwɛ hyehye foforo ye de so mofra no ahwɛ sɛ ne a wo sua no kwan mo fa so edidi dwuma ye na makwa hodo bi so ɛtse wo mo yɛ hwehwɛmu ye ka mo abomu amoma yɛ adesua ho adwuma ɛne de ka ho bi sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a wo mo ɛmfa mo nim kosi nsɔhwɛ a suku kɔ na wie ye ɛno mo yɛ no so ebiew ye de student transcript system aba ɛde asuafo no modern ba wɔbɔ ɛwɔ suku mu adi ɛno ɛna osuani bi ɛpɛ sɛ ɔkɔpɛ suapo mu kwan a obetumi de akɔ
yɛbɛyɛ den ɛnyɛmu ahotosoɔ
wɔyɛ ɛna seesei wɔhwɛ nsɔhwɛ hyehye foforo a sukuufoɔ no edidi dwuma no so sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi anya transcript no mu ahotosoɔ ɛne arehyɛmu
aha afei na manya mu ntiase yie
Ghana Dutch foforo ni suane ne di kan kyena sankratoyi ɛyɛ Ministry of Education NACA ɛne GES ɛna de brɛwɔ
Everywhere you go, big goal for the friends and the family. Big goal, big refreshing moment. Big goal for the kids and the adults. Big goal, boys and girls with a drink up. Big goal, everywhere the party day. Big goal, we go mash up the place with it. Big goal, greatest in every battle. Big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal. Greatest in every battle. Big refreshing moments.
Beagle drink, big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Maminda ETV no any happy FM so ase. In fact, no currently there. Maybe MP, the very first media platform I mean as a parliamentarian was the ETV media platform. And
Breakfast TV.
Yes, because the Nimpana me na appear on brother our NDC side Mutala Mohammed, you know. So then if you are browsing a yako happy FM, you know. So it was at ETV in Kakanga, and then you know the party now said, oh, call this other station, and all. So ETV, I don't want to say more exposure, Kahubina, yedu. Bonsu no edwuma pa moye. Wonkoda wonye edwuma na wonfamboa oman Ghana because
Happy morning show is another pay for Nasia the news team wrap up for Atisha Berlin no SMU for Muma Bana Santa Betana see Kankan Editre Ghana Fujina. Yet twice we now pay the amount live on the Happy Morning Show. Sima Bako Bakwedia and Abo Edia Pat Nunsia when now pay. Yanfo weather update in infirmary for a force the Wimus and Bayano. Mr. Maya Muntin of the Infantua. The Muntia Wimus and said Bay. Na Yan Kantaram Wate. Ghana metu se men country Ghana fo nyina se na do pebo mai anafo efamu a enkroto ahodo no eben epo no mpacho tiu se na ewiemu ensem no ebeye Ghana metu se obepiemu a ye hwe no mu se nsuo no betumi ato emia bi ho hanye nsuo no kwa na eto keke nsuo ni to na ewiemu bom ahomna chi mi se me nam kan so ameba na obeduru babi ne nsuo na petepete kakra beduru babi ne nsuo no to kakra na beduru nkran na ahave se samsi awrade nyankopon ensio no den afemi duru fie na muti se ensio no bom kuru kakra am ha ahwe ensio no beto ensio na antwa sesia ne ensio no petepete kakra ne um Ghana metio se yenhwe ne musi ensio no betumi ato e won kran ha kasoa e ka ho ukopiem Cape Coast akrade ne mpotemo a Ghana metio se ensio no beto ama wiem abobom anopa ekopiem e wo man emfimfini famu be kire enkro ahodo no ye nkwae ne ensu a woso no obedru mia bi no na ebo asipa obedru mia bi na bosu agugu ukopiemu e wotakwa ene ne mpotemo a Ghana metio se yenhwe ne mu se ensuo betumi ato ama wiemu abobomu Okopimo main etifamwa yendi tamale bole damango bolgatanga na lergu na wa Ghana metu se hobe wisi na no pay wo bra premo ato awia o man finfini famu afando do no an ye hwe ne musen su betimi atoto obiara mbra na wo ma o man an atifi famu Ghana metu se obiara mbra na wo e yade e ho e be wisi amemframa no ebo no ano be wisi pa e ope e na eba no eye bronya mframa no an guso a ebo no Ghana metu se anwumre wo bra no nsia abo no se de wiemu ensem no be ni Omaya fana do no ye no muse ensuo betimi agugu nkanka ne oman finfini famu eme bo ye no muse ensuo no betimi amuna nanimu Enti ene don hwere dumie no di yenimu no efiri no nsia bo ye kopem no nsia anwumre se de wiemu nsembe ye na Ghana metu abomoden edi amane ya yenso abohu daru edi amawe na no pe live on Happy 98.9 FM your number one morning show duty forecaster Esther Egbuka won na hwe wiemu kruchi nsem no gu nkrata so a what to be apetedi amaya ya abohu daru di amawo no mesremo ya na mafa na mo de edi djuma So when one thing be betimi akọ Happy 98.9 FM Facebook page at Happy 99 FM obetimi ate ewiemu nsem ne se de tie ehu hia pa Bringing the time to 26 minutes to the top of the hour 7 akasima bako aduonu nsia na nonson abo enano pay live on the Happy Morning Show Happy 98.9 FM Your friend Nyankumpasa chie this year Duana brother this year chancha hene na Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah Rapapa Fati Shaibu Ali Pipiasa this year bako pe Atenkwana na wanum bremu Ora Kofi Ayimpoakwa Enano pay Yeni achiame miensa ya trans yedi jumedi en ebrewo 8th of December 2025 in a year of our Lord aka 17 days na yedi bronya no ahyehyɛ so emframa no ebono ebo ye ewo umpotem ho ana me kire bronya mframa no ono ni asemu a mebisa Jema atiame no akwaba na yemfa dwumadi ni hyehye so yemfa da obo krata ahodo ne na no pa abadwomo no etifi nsem ne bi mfamra tiefo na ehwefo yemfa bia ku enyomani Mr. Wabo modi na di echi Facebook at Happy 99 FM na namu aku junior daroma na nsan ni sub ni ban bia woda na die no ti na awi afufu no mateso na nsan esu ni ban bia na namu aku da na die ni nti mesi na awi afufu no mateso enkane na nkodi 20 sesi okufufu no amka che maame so ma ne 10 no ma no eye o ma na ama ne baako no ase ko bi tibi o ha o mpebi mfanto so na on fama no se osesa de a ene eburo nyan ebe ye da ama no se wansesa de a ene na jesensa pan a ene ode kro rapper Fatisha Weli match Prince Ubapo akwa Yim Brown match Apombo ko de you do bad there as a film no from bizarre oh ebe wo from is it a come de no o coach ahwe wo
me say ya agba family because once ebegu mitrim no any summer I begu meeting I just want to burst out no
yeah to was here
ya agba family
yeah to was here when you to was here you see when you obotra odi ahopepre odi nwansana echi abufua na wabre ukro agenda ho na za agenda ni ho yento aso ne enko na no pa because ni ho yento aso eh
Ecclesiastes wa 7:9 Do not be eager in your heart to be Chronicle
ade
Aso on I can't say na mama
sir
9 Do not be eager in your heart to be angry for anger resides in the bosom of fools Chronicle William the Amifemua Kawanga Sakra, you'll be angry on my behalf. Yemfa banner headline in Brai. Fight against corruption. Don't dare scrap OSP. Inus Afuseni, Kofi Bentil reject MP's call to collapse Ejabing's office. Ejabing has survived 2 assassination attempts. We ordinano. Pambro secures interlocutory injunction against Tanwe, others, and also Ewahanum. Other stories are Ubetmienya Akai, Chief Justice Lord's Judicial City Estate project at Maiden AGM, and also Ewahanoma Ubetmi Enyebi Akai, Saso and KMS celebrate farmers in Kumasi Metropolis. Godfred Asari wins a Dancy South Best Farmer. Akwesi Adai emerges Offensive North Best Farmer. Omusi MPB or the plastic chairs and a chair farmers no celebrate no. Senebeya omuko efumo mbenya baby atena. Cut international demands immediate passage of consumer protection and competition laws. Eno ewaha. Yenko Nigeria memwe. Macron vows France's support for Nigeria against terrorism. YPP expels rep member over alleged anti-party activities, elects new leaders, and also Ewaha. Book review, Consumer Rights and Justice in Ghana, a legal compass, and also Wahanomano pay over the chronicler Ubesmienye bi na wakain.
Pepacho yemfa the Ghanaian point and twaso and pay accurate, firm and reliable. Big headline: cyber threats will not outpace us. We are ready. National Security Coordinator COP Osman Abdul Razak and all cancer answering. Osio there be a muse a idea nay a bank Crawford did you pa, but a idea monsono omo biomoni pa. We ye bra cancer answering or bra now ye. Omo bi omo office kese pa ewo ho eno de sa ensem we ekotu edwa ewo ho. Ghana can't rely on donors for education. President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eno kansa nsem no kopie mu ewo ye forum bi a omo ye ewo Doha Qatar eno de sa ensem no ekotu edwa. Osi ewo mu se yebehia ye donor support na ye de abo ye education ho bra na so se Ghana yenya yetiminya yesika pay yesika source of funding ye de be hwe ye ngumasua so na no nko a ene betimi aboa ama ye ngumasua no etimi akonanim we de asempa pa Ghana president waka. Kennedy Japan tops Baumia among NDC floating voters we global info analytics for energy science mu yaba yesi uko piemu a owura Kennedy Japan no se uko busa NDC for se enipa numu a contest for MPP hwana na munya ne pa mo pa omusi o ye de pe owura Kennedy Japan owura Kennedy Japan a na ye pe o on de ye pe no oba ye be jai de NDC for de ne beba bia na ato aba edi amano na omsi okay ena omunya floating voters nso ena ombusa floating voters enipa mako 5 floating voters na eyo omu ni NDC omu ni MPP enipa 5 year koi wana pa na mo de MPP for de ne ba mo beto ama na omsi owura Kennedy Japan ye penasem ono ye penasem papa ono ye bold ono emfa ho ne onipa a ye obehwe wanim na wa kan sem a kiro se odi watem kakrakra obedi watem kakra nti ye pene pa we eyowura Musa Dankwa ene ni global info analytics for ensem a omode aba ene ye kan ho asem yi o Kwadwo ukopiemu ewo Eastern Region ene de Niamus omo CZ excavators ene omo shut down illegal river bank mining ewo Eastern Region na Kwadwo mamemo bo enkru na omo kopiemu ekodi sa adwumadie no ewo ho esanse eyenkura hwa na metena ya mi sua ni nyina hwa na medi medwuma kakran ansa na ja obra enemy di ese a odi me bepie mu ewo nkra Sefa
That didn't swap plaza.
Plaza.
You to that didn't swap plaza.
Nobody
On the bag.
The way no
And then the rubber sandals.
Niamos ekopie mu ewo brem omo illegal activities ekoso ewo brem ene ayensu rivers corridor ho no na omo kopie mu on there na eye dawn eye pre dawn eye operations ena omo ye ewo ho na okopie mu ewa akwadumu a omo di dwumadie ewo ho Ayigbe town enso omo di dwumadie ena afei ankasi osino nyina ani nyina ewo ebuakwa saf ena afei fantia kwa district mu nyina omo bubu omo niema niamosu no aye adwuma ho papa bubu omo nyuma ne de omo ye nyina omo nso a ewo insutam nyina ene yagegye omo niema nyina asese omo champagne nyina tutu ehini nyina atututu ni nyina agu esanse enyade a omo eye eniema pa ewo ho legendary Mamitiwa passes on enura no pa ene bae se Mamitiwa okan ya sapon oha ne se na uzui Mamitiwa ene onka atiasefo ho biem
munya hweye
Mamitiwa enka atiasefo ho biem nyame emfa ne kra ensie. Ghana must produce more technicians to curb youth unemployment. We President Mahama and all cancer in some way serve where you are needed most. Professor Opoku Ajima to new doctors because you know say ya posty doctors be brief at it. Minimum say what ya almost baby ya posty o makono yen koda da. No and a vice president her excellency Professor Opoku Ajima and a O2 omofo say baby edemako e hopa ni hia mo say ba kodi dwumadie ewo ho enti we de monko ene de ye pa ye doctors no ye pa omo chawo se omo enko ba bia ya post omo 3 northern regions ne de 5 northern regions no 2 pe na ba bia omo ko 3 de enya de a ebia esi hokra. Treat galamsey as emergency. Professor PLO Lumumba na waka kire eye aban na se hwe galamsey no emergency pa enti aban yironho na monhwe said ebe ya mbetimi asi anokra. We stand ready to protect Ghana's stability and progress. We NSB boss Dr. George Atabwati ono na Director General Edema National Signal Bureau eno desa ensem we ato edwa. Policemen brutally assaulted in Drapa as mob seizes AK-47 rifles. Intended Kwadwo police fu ekuta AK-47 omanfu etigu omoso na omotigu omoso no ende omo prepare bipa bimo ego ayaresabia. Soldiers in Benin says they have seized power from President Tolon. Enti Kwadwo kopiemo ewo Benin a ene ku nso esi wo Benin. Ne de samususo masuso ku so enti no West Africa ha de jabe Ghana pe ene beka a ku ensi be bia ku ebefa esanse ku ni baya na ye nyina yatu edi akiri a boss siri hehe se o ku aba eye pa esanse niema nkoyi a de se ye no eni ku enti ene de abano no. We are tactically indecisive. Zito films at Kotoko shock lost to Hoho United. Ghana Premier League no kwajo weekend Hasofok edi nkuguo ewo Tamale Sanso ena Asante Kotoko nso edi nkuguo ewo Hoho na no ena coach Abdulrazak Karim Zito kase debi ne mrantie no omo homodi we the Ghanaian point and I no pay.
Yemfa Daily Graphic do bokrata no emu ensem ni bimfa entwaso fama we. Na obfa Daily Graphic do bokrata no the government shift focus to early numeracy. President cites basic education failures for poor Wasay result. And this is something that we've been talking about. Are there a boss to the beer? And the way that, and I remember very well, so we had conversations upon conversations during the tenure of a year the Nana Danquah Kufuado. When the now Deputy Education Minister, Ora Clement Apak, several times on the HMS, Obaya ni dinkomo document upon document. Now, because the neglect, the Emma basic education, I'm sure soon no, and for me, I am not surprised because social even allocations here they could come basic schools are hold, and at the point in time because we realized there was a huge gap in any far yamfa SHS no count say a basic school. Yes. And the results in the year. And the President John Dramani Mahama said, "Say no, school no, FM dear no, and no, and as say obeshe said the bear bit yama yani akohu ye. Farmers faces loud government for bold agric initiatives. Kratifet also edu miensa obomodiana ofa daily graphic double crata na bit me hunu sanse bi no akenkan ewo ho. Professor Okoye says OSP must go. Eno eye kratifeto so du miensa ho no ano. Eho ena Prof Okoye wo kiremu se hwe ebeya enkayema Office of the Special Prosecutor enko. Now the story is by Emmanuel Lebuhox and Any Justice Agbonosi. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has come under intense public scrutiny, with some notable personalities calling for it to be scrapped, while others insist it should be maintained to continue spearheading the fight against corruption in the country. Leading the crusade for the OSP to be scrapped is a former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Mike Okoye. According to him, a special prosecutor may not be necessary at all in this republic. On the Daily Graphic, and on your ED and Professor Mike Aaron Okoye, former Speaker of Parliament, and will say, Osha Yamambremu, who said the Enema Tier, said the Ashayansem, any Enema, Ewo Omaimua. A whom he has a binya, and as a whom he has a beco near Kwakoti, a special prosecutor's office, or no. And or dear Tuja, and some for Alpha Daily Graphic double crat and nanopaya. Obey me who
I am now.
Said
OSP.
Ebano, Seno,
so no speaker.
On the speaker of
Speaker of Parliament. Mrano, Jim Rana Tumuno.
On the speaker of Parliament.
And a Speaker of Parliament. But said Mreno, they all can one can't.
And that's why I always talk about the politics of principles. A bit niho.
Because in someone wakan men kan ni nyina de ba kakra o kan yi tamo ano ye speaker ye ji OSP emrana tumo no wan ka sansem. In fact, to be fair the current speaker to be fair the current speaker I think say was the only voice and maybe some then minority
members civil society organizations.
I think say Ora Mahama Yarega now majority leader. I'm not too sure. They were voices, very loud. Kick against the establishment of Office of the Special Prosecutor. And former speaker to turn around, come and write an article in the dailies that he here OSP no because of Yemrano. Mejitumwa Kwadwo enye ba ohun se me pie ansana obeto aso me pie.
Yeah.
Me kan me ye we no. Me kan asem bi abaku. The na mpesa me kan nyina ne se me obi a watie dwumadie emfie mienu enim me position on course.
Yeah.
Me nyo obi a me pese me hwe obi a waye ku anim kra. And it's because of our history. Not only Ghana, your history with coups any other, but West Africa. West Africa na coups any other. Even almighty Nigeria. But America krebi for like 8 years, 10 years, I've realized that most West Africans. Kuba kusi wa ha ni nyina yatu esi so. Esan so eni ma nkoso yi oho because of hardship enti etu aban ni gu a eye ni etu agu. Na koso wa ha oh it's because of hardship. Me Sadia no sefa unim me akon ntokwa wa ha saa. Me say the American say eniema enkoso yi ewo man no mu a the only way is by elections. And to say the Ghana for a year kane abanya notice no. Omu to abeti omu etuti omu yi. Yes, afinine. Kwadwo afinine ene 8 a year December meboa. Afinine ni atu abewie. In fact, 8 December last year na Sunday. By this time we na se fatia to yegu ye na muremu atu yegu ho. Emu bi kura na kura bi si ani so. Ghana for eto abetia aban na notice ni yiye. Yankasa niema enkoso yi nti asoja for metu aban ni mu. But esi wo Burkina Faso e mu se eye pa enti yenso so ene asoso so ene esi obeni. The ekukoko de enye den ya wan hwa Ivory Coast bi besi wo ho. The ekukoko nti no na West Africa ha na kame ase jabe Ghana ene Nigeria pe na jabe. Ye timi agina ye na aso yi. Sadie no me I detest it enemy so. Man so the esi wo Burkina Faso so. The esi wo Benin me so. Be bi besi bia because I don't think say that's the way to go. Sefah-Danquah.
Yento aswe na yemfa
said the American no the enti ana ese me yewe said the
American people may misconstrue.
Yes,
I understand that.
Me for the new center Emerald.
Oh, nanka me bo we so amount fati. Benin coup attempt foiled by loyalist troops and no ewaha. US visa modalities for World Cup out soon. Ubekaya.
What kind modalities?
What kind?
Me say men US ho asem.
Don't can US one asem. But say you be call Canada because see any England match na be ball Toronto.
There be any Panama.
Any Panama chin Panama match.
Your first game, see your first game is against Panama. And only be ball Canada. Now your second game no.
Sir,
against England.
Because England will be based Toronto.
No, say there will not be one base for any country. Yes, there will not be one base for any country. And you be bought your first game no against Panama or Canada. Now your second game no is against England. And no you be bought Boston, United States of America. Now your third game against Croatia no your boy no or Philadelphia, downtown Philadelphia. Any back up you after the World Cup near ba ya betwa ya juma so happy FM and to us
the USA visa modalities for World Cup out soon.
Oh, okay.
And no wait some of a daily graphic double
out soon in your mind
daily graphic double crack and moon 70 billion fatty.
The News Center. Police arrest 3 suspected kidnappers, rescue victims. Auditor General rejects MIIF's audit rewrite request. National Best Farmer demands irrigation expansion. Road crashes kill 2,429. It represents, I'm telling you that in the past week, we share the amount drivers I said, I'm telling you, it is shocking. And it brings my mind to Debiana during festivities, accident, crossroad. But what should their drivers say, now? It is not normal. And it is definitely not ordinary. It has to be spiritual because I do a more even just this morning when we were coming. Should their driver or near driver? And the car Jackie. No more. As a soon be a show. Road crashes kill 2,429. It represents 19.2% increase in 10 months of 2025 over 2024. Dismiss petition, Danso's lawyers tell Land Commission. Youth farming gets a digital boost with MTN's 3 million cedi veg hub. Way the news center.
Me pacho yenfa the custodian and to us fearless, fair and reliable banner headline NDC blows over 2.4 billion Ghana cedi on luxury jets. Way part 1 into Audu Mahama ene ne custodian part 1 ti ombe part bibiri wa hekure bedu part 11 part 1 ena omode aba no nti Kwadwo obehu eye ewiemuhyen a ye kwa akoto no obehu se ene esi ho minim time akon esi so minim airport ko esi ena afi omotwemu ni bi picture ba ko e ka ho 2 pictures omotwemu no emudie efe pa Kwadwo uhwe kushin na ehu na kanane efre no kushin na ewu mu na kama pa ne no ena omo kire se aban ene esika twitwiridie 2.4 billion eye Ghana choppable Ghana CDC eno na ene omo akofo ena ene jet ahoro ena omo ede eto ewo ho Auditor General slams MIIF over attempt to rewrite 2024 audited report. Kwadwo asem we me still mentias you. Still mentias minim de entia of a year minerals income and investment fund. Madam a year Justina Nelson. Minim de enti obeye de oye no. Say onon kwa na wo copies of audited report no. Onon kwa ene wo of copy. Enti oya obiye hu ana se menti ase. Enei ai ne wo ya me gwanwa pa o kai say the same auditors report e no dey call park the chair of park honorable Abna say asare born na baso say na wo akotchoro figures na wo dey akọ meanwhile fatia me nwanwo she's known to be a celebrated banker.
Maybe be shared antenna. There may be reasons why she would want to rewrite the audited report.
Irrespective.
If we get to understand the reasoning for that request,
there is no reason to do that.
But say unim dientia.
But Sefah Adioye na ye crime. Auditor General report. Ena onu oye se obe ota. A crime is criminal. She's known to be a celebrated banker. I remember see a boni din. The CV was all over. The CV they are impressive. Only gods know the oye or the drew, sir. Baby, or did you and baby?
Oh, Debbie, that inference there. No, you cannot draw that.
Minority slams government over broken promises to farmers and fishers. We a minority statement. Sahene Alexander Afenyo Marken or release here on Farmers Day if you don't know. Semeka wa hase anye best farmer na anyo buy bema. Government operates WhatsApp group with OSP, Supreme Court judges, CSOs, journalists. Fatim Pacho was to be ana. Umpodi was so our meka. Unisifa mu was so a mo meka. Now we then ye. Mimendai, Mamin Church, Mubetiasi, Mimendai. And a director of a year ni position no crowd the same. Oh my say me person me born position ni nyina me person me born position ni nyina Oh, okay. On news far no. Na monso the sanka esa mo de chef first paragraph yi mu a na
am de akoyiva
ye hu ni yie pa Owura Sefah-Danquah de make us say okay director of research communications and strategy our office of the special prosecutor Owura Sefah-Danquah kasa eno si o say ni mo say aban create WhatsApp group journalist Owura okra wo ye host who was be me okay me the host of the show now no was no to was a host of the show now no was no was host okra say me hu da no me hu say comment ho
and you not just on one gas social be
yes was be and a host is hey gina ho me ka say me na anya say asaban at WhatsApp group and a ye niam bia e group I was so ye nyina ye boa said ye be na ben ni dwumadi a wodi no eba na anti corruption a yetimi aye ni aye ni yi Owura Sefah-Danquah akote nkrofo to what video ni wo me fa
of research
boa
and what communication
yes.
At the office of the special prosecutor
boa
Owura Sefah-Danquah no permanent here boa saying
boa say
what role do they play in a anti-corruption fight
ebia ye ni say ye be yi ebia enya ni say ebia okay anti-corruption we there said the galamsey abai we main declare state of emergency ansa twen kakra boa said the be ya eniema ebekoso okay
when was the group set up when was the group formed
mini group ni so then
I mean these are legitimate questions
we custodian mini group ni so bi ntimi obusa me wo so bi dia ene me
unya ya ka be ko group ni so
mi wo ho a mi nyaaya ka me wo ho
but on kasa wo so
me nkasa na me wo ho
okay
the ese me leak no me leak
Yentuaso. Happy 98.9 even as 5 minutes past the hour of 7. The Obokrata hold on and some near your dear bro. Quick.
There's a two group your group on the my cousin WhatsApp group.
Sasa.
Oh, but where you make up. Owura Sefah-Danquah. Uhwe video na esere ko.
Mamenje Owura Sefah-Danquah lawyer and no pay.
Fati uhwe video.
Entiane dey ma.
And the way the host try to you know masa. Said ye ya o kan won sem o person o kan odi asempa kwame wa mamenje obeka say o kan won sem basa
entiase nche dan nimu sa no.
Nimu no ankasa no beka kire no.
Over odi asempa and be me enfanche enfa we. Yemfa the new crusading guide to Obokrata no.
Walafo adwuma obetimi
ayo. Yemfa the new crusading guide to Obokrata no. Emu ensem de be famrati for na no pay. Hanan fights back. Yoko seized properties I never owned. In the end, offer Kratifeto so miensa and kron any do of the new crusading guide to Obokrata no ene anopeya. Eye Ura Hanan wono ana enkane Buffer Stock Company na wada no na asema kwa akopiem oyuku awmo eyimu ehwehwemu eno de betu dwa se ene yoko nsa wode koto adwapade bi so no o se adwapade ni bi wo kora no enye ne dia enye ono no Hanan ne dia wo ene ne yoko se wode ne nsa akoto so pensem ne bi kenkan Kratifeto so miensa enkron ena edu. Alarm blows on 10.45 million health minister accused of favoring competitor in LIMS deal. We the major am a prince with Papa Ayim Brown. Nangan can was one can was in view. Now we know a someone abba to drop. The Kisi Ejabeng removal bid. A look at the numbers. And no Protoa dismisses Kofi Soga over 360,000 Ghana cedis financial misconduct and other offenses. National Executive Committee and as a council confirms.
Protoa,
yeah. In transport union Protoa.
Obia disika
no
musika na omojije no kra omodigu omode ko banka na
hodi also no betimi a kire mu but the ababeto dwane se ura Kofi Soga
unimu no
minimu no wadi empema hasa ene aduosia yesi sika no yehunu ba bia afa yebusa no nso a wontimi emfa nkyeremu bia emma
se we di esa
enti ene okofa kratefe to so obi ntumago ye na de o
okay
okofa kratefe to so edu the new crusading guide the obokrata no a obetimi ahunu nsem ne bi no wakenkan wo mu Nungwa's tool warned over false land claims. Supreme Court verdict favors Oklelo Soa Dean family. No ewaha. Get Fund accelerates practical science education with strategic funding for STEM box initiative. Agabe Chiefs petition Mahama against Woyome's interference in traditional governance. KGL Foundation partners Premier Tennis Club to celebrate Farmers Day. We any ensema hodo afa the new crusading guide. The obokrata na anopaya betimi hunu akenkan mo.
Mede the informer Ebro. Martin Pebbles' hypocrisy exposed over baseless attacks on Kisie Jabeng OSP. Mahama won't abolish OSP. Ayariga others told. Akando celebrated our good work. Lightwave discloses, accuses him of fault finding to hang it. The Kisie Jabeng removal bid, a look at the numbers. Saso and a 2025 Doha Forum, Mahama advocates skills-based education, admits Ghana's unemployment challenge threat. EduWatch links delayed teacher motivation payment to poor WASI results. And also, Ewo Ahanuma, Ubetumi, Enyebia Kainadia, or Chirane say, Famekono ntimi mfa teachers ne nko emo madwen enna ho emo mo nkyere nkwala na de yie because omo kyere nkwala na de na omo dwen na eden ne yebedi na me light sa me den atobi yes me gas asa na ne ye machine no last na wujafu biti ha sa na mo testing say light asa hwa na ne mood asesa enti sa enatia o kyere say famekono payment no a motivate edwumayefo no emma na ama results no aye bibia wo ho enti EduWatch fo eno mo kasa assembly
jo papers ne ba bibia ba payment men fa ma fati enka
na day
how to payment the inquisitor decent
It's too late to say that you are sorry. After you broken my heart. When I needed you to satisfy my soul. You turn your back and said,
Ene yankwe yantuaso.
Yemfa the inquisitor entuaso decent mind speaks. Ejudi backs OSP as crooks gang up against office. Enti crooks ne de bebre ewo parliament.
Crooks pa.
Yes. Ura Godwin Ejudi Tamaklo oye CEO Edema National Petroleum Authority. MPA eno de saa ensem we atudwa neglect of basic education behind poor WASI results we President Mahama 3 arrested over Wampuli kidnapping into ohwe emrantie miensa ya chi omu ya omani huhu ye we nka se omo papa omo na nka omani kakra huhu na nka mo de omo atena no mo atwa omo picture na ahwe sika kakra ewo bag mu ase etuo bi nsu gugugu ho bi ana enye tuo niema bi gugugu ho bi ni nyina nse omo kopie mu ewo eye wa puli ne ho na omo kochi nipa miensa bi ekofa omo kochi nkrofo bi di omo kosie eneyi de apolisifo aso omumu. High Court restrains Chinese national from entering Pambros Salt Limited lands. Enti eno enso kwajo won say headline asan baby asan ba bi mbe bosumi ni ebaya na koti kodae na asan eba bi mu no we Chinese national eja on Pambros sort limited omonsas hu sembi na court aka kire Chinese national ne se pacho papa tribre cancer sase no anya dia bitimi akopie mu ewo ho the Kisi Ejabin removal bid look at the numbers.
3 newspapers and I can't look at the numbers and I'm interested in what the numbers are.
Okay.
Yeah, boso edi atre etiefo for. But yemfa the Republic Press the Obokrata ne kutami na no pay yemfa emunsem ne bimra. OSP future hangs in limbo as politics, legal arguments clash over relevance. Eno ede the Obokrata ne mkamya ze na otu yanko na wiye de na de beti edi afa OSP no yate. Brian makes big impression in Western region Kratofetosumiensa of the Republic Press the Obokrata Hanofa bitimi hunu nwanya bia kenkan. Gospel veteran Mami Tiwa confirmed death Nyangopon emfa ne kra ensie. 82-year-old Kwame Adusei wins 2025 National Best Farmer. Intianye uko eye Ghana ha ye ukuania na dwuma ye eso ani ye papa na na makona oto ede na dwuma eyo eso ani ye papa ru Kwame Adusei wadi mfie du otwemienu se maka tro se medi mfie du otwemienu no na ma ye National Best Farmer be miensa. Yes. The National Best Farmer in waiting. Yeah, but bam. Na me na mo hui. As a me na me krono. Police foil kidnapped racket in Wapuli. Victim rescued, 3 arrested. And no ewaha. Gimpa Law School Dean strengthens ties with international justice bodies on historic visits to The Hague. We and someone Obomodia efa the Republic Press the Obokrata na no paya. Obetimi ehunu wo mu na wakenkan.
Daily analysts near Northern Region Police foil kidnap operation recover 70,000 cedi ransom. Saso mo de mo njai sa rough na mo te Ghana high no. Mo njai sa rough no ebufusem na mudi no. Hwe. Obia na swaya she no sorry or dem ran she nsem ye de opay di ebufusem. Quite words am person me use no cry no. Unfortunately no. I can't use them.
Use those words.
Moti was an Mode Munimuntia. Gimpa Law School Dean strengthens ties with international justice bodies. Eno ewaha. Saso ena Radia Adamasani wins Outstanding Woman in Travel and Tourism Leadership. Ewaha. Pambros Land Court restrains Chinese national. Anniversary of 2024 election victory, Mahama reaffirms commitment to reset agenda. Helping adult smokers make better choices through harm reduction. And no ewaha. It's not a big problem for me. The rise and fall of TikTok's what's next. And also ewaha. Ghana to boost domestic HIV/AIDS response, cut reliance on foreign supplies. Vice President Nomusi Okaye. Akando, over 160,000 untreated HIV cases threaten Ghana's 2038 target. Into when you air stories and pay over daily analyst.
WhatsApp platform, Supreme Court judge B was on represented the judiciary.
The judiciary, okay.
WhatsApp
platform. So.
WhatsApp platform. Okay. So you have a Ghanaian publisher.
Oka Supreme Court judge back we na wa makai nana yaw opon
Mawre
hene of Achim Ebuakwa. Nti oye Justice of the Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
Nana we de adama anopai yemfa nchi akese
Mawre hene
emfa enkonkoma enka na ukọ makola
yes
wono
ena
na ye director awoda ye suku a kyeremra tete emranimfo enu ono na nanga oye director oda nana we de adama anopai nchi akese ena ye de ema wo
bronya se ye pem na
bronya ye be kwa kochia no
se ye pem na
kwa kochia na
oye mranim
nianka okunini
ensase deɛ ensase
nsam deɛ David ɔne lawyer baako bi a menim no me mo ne dini ne ɛno no ɔkɔ mmarahyɛ badwa fie a mmarahyɛ badwa mpanyimfo no ɔka ho bi ɔno so ɛba ne nsase
paa deɛ
ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu
ɔyɛ ade papa
ɛne gyagyagyae ɛno ntina metɔ nsase a mensuro no metɔ nsase a mensuro nti ɛne yɛntoa so
yɛmfa
na wo se ɛyɛ Supreme Court judge baako ka ho
WhatsApp group no so
ɛne yɛmfa nkyea ma saa Supreme Court judge no sɛ yɛkyea no paa ɛne nsɛntwerɛfoɔ ahodoɔ a moka group no ho nyinaa yɛkyea mo woka no saa nama ma menkyea ɛyɛ yɛyɛ senior baako owura Andy Kankam menim sɛ owura Andy 18 a anɔpa yi wo sɛ yɛwie yɛa no afrɛ sɛ fa mo hwɛ nie
ɔwɔ group ne so ana
ɛna nka mebusa no mewie a mɛfrɛ no busa sɛ senior bakyɛw group no wowɔ so bi because me Fatini ni so Fatini group ni so
krom ha me to asusefa
yenko
yemfa Ghanaian publisher enwi ewo me ha GNAFF calls for action on farmers welfare enti obehu president a ono na da omano eye Michael Tete Akwete ena odesa ensem we aba Pambro Salt wins key motion in McCarthy Hill land dispute enti no ensem a ekokoswa Hanan legal team demands end to asset freeze and also ewa ha former CEO of Buffer Stock and also oka nensem ewa ha SC verdict ends major land dispute enti and also ewa aha ye kan ho asem ewa ha police grab Wapuli kidnappers we the Ghanaian publisher
yanko adwadie mu nsɛm na no pay ne yɛmfa Business and Financial Times de obokrata no emu nsɛm no bi infamrative ne ayefo mamenka sɛ sima baako dunkro na abo de apa no nso ho na no pay live on the Happy Morning Show adwadie mu nsɛm no nsɛm dodo no na egu a BOG prepares sweeping cyber security overhaul for banks fintechs ntie ne yabɛfo ntintakese kwan ahodo a ezikakrabia ahodo fa so edidi dwuma no nyina no ne BOG oman yi bank kese wo oman mu no wɔsifie wɔde nhye foforo ba se de bia ho bambo no betimi SCP esita ewo eyewo man mu continuity of national development activities boost investor confidence owura kwamena asomanin ena ode sasem ya to edwa ena wo kire mo se enka ban bi hye bibia hye ban foforo ba enka won hye ase sanse se ekoba ne sa wono mo omufra mo na ne dio musika ba be ro man mu aye adwuma bi de aboa oman nu no aya emoma richimu pa CWG cybersecurity expansion to protect manufacturers from rising cyber threats and mineral royalties surge across all subsectors in 2025. Strong gains in gold, manganese, despite production declines. Okay, breaching the banker's duty of confidentiality. And no, I think about last year. And Simbi Saba Betuja. Panyini bi kokoji sika bi usika krabia bi ho ema se sika krabia no wan panyini na mfa sika na nkwa nkomo na sika krabia no de nimfo ne ho nsem ba beto montene so ene na ntempa say hey wonim se etiamra so bekwa akoye sa de no tipe kwa foforo so na fa kokoji usika fa free eye sa panyini ni ho se panyini no ombo modin hunu ne tenase ekọ benkromu entiase ebae we any ensemo award the obokrata hodo ne na no pay either of December 2025 ba jomu na tifin sim ne bi ene yede ama won ebraso si ebekọ ne yakwa social media trends e dia bretie for ene ahwefo live on the show this morning the rapper Fati Shaibwali wa ekrado se wodi ebrain na sisi ano say rapper Fati Shaibwali wo hia $3 million
Where then are your calculations?
So was the last 4 years, now 300,000. Accumulated. It is at 300,000. It is
some the money with interest.
Interest. Thank you very much. Yes. $3 million with interest. And dear, more muti no was say, mutimidi jumano. And you open a beca tremo. Munijumans ya. Young social media trends and family for rapper Fati Shaibwali wa ekrado.
video yemfa social media trend no emfa emrewe na yenhwe dia elko na so ope the real life representation of me any Christmas be dia me de ho video eba me ne Christmas ya tentam papa enya asem ketwa ubeko Facebook happy 98.9 FM na waboy live ne so na wahwe videos ne bi me ne Christmas na yegina ho na ya tentam ewo honum na enya asem ketwa no na we nso eseme akola bia ye friend Gibson oni obi tentama sa wayetenan asa mindbo wotenente unko Facebook na unko hwe bi ewo honum na Joe ne onu de ni bibi ndane bone osi we no onu hu ye no hu no as motivation of resilience say never give up but me give it up awie I never give up no osi motivation wo hwe senia video netie anka obehu se code ki anka wo say yetumi ma nka within seconds wo say yetumi de ne to form but wayete na asa mind ball ye twe na ntwe ye wine na nwai ye na hwe enye yie so oba na say oba otetai ho so what tenante aha sa wine na nwai sa na tie comment by no any one go Facebook and go share video ni bia you will not understand what we are talking about. You will not understand. Go Facebook na go heavy. Malita essay, why are they paired together? Isn't the weight and size difference obvious enough? Sasso and Galumos essay, he did very well, but how is that even fair? Prince Danquah essay, we all know who won. Sasso na Miss Set Good Nita essay, this ain't even fair. I thought they had to be in the same weight class. Sasso and of Winnie essay, but how did people expect the little black boy to throw this heavy one down? They are not compatible at all. I am active essay, the strength of a man is not determined by its size. Bolajobi essay, bro, black race worldwide is very proud of you. And this and a comment no etie ewo ko Facebook na ko hwe video ni bi ema ho yemfa ye next year trend no emfa emrel se sia no se uko ekopie mu na asembe nkra na mehia na no pay yemfa other trend no emfa mrel se uko ekopie mu ewo asembe na mehia 98.9 Hey, some did your movie chairman a be shock you. When the commentary county Joel, I just say obo MIA na for ATB na more Facebook and so or more share our Facebook na more share the so ho. Joel, why you ready at more my
Happy FM 98.9.
Ayesham, adio bafashi treat no here. What do you mean with you? Quite shine, manka.
Happy FM 98.9.
Ayesham, adio bafashi treat no here. What do you mean with you? Quite shine, manka.
Happy FM 98.9.
What do you mean with you? Quite shine, manka.
Happy FM 98.9.
No, who's here radio? National say one go share video now. You will not appreciate the your friend is saying crust of asema nipa no eka no. Yes, mo amuhuri high jump no. Ade na ya mo yesa. Enti wo go straight and now ko huri asema na besi. Na won na Prince say mo kai last or call the marathon you win you say. We were also what so who be so ambulance be mu Because straight in a Korea, then one and I'm in church. We just said, when we a hippo, there was no way Uncle Bet me every say, I then and change I want and I'm nature say, oh, yeah, crack or bunukum so about Shenipa. Comment by no any. I am Bernaldo. You go there eat banku finish and think you can jump this. Seb D say, but which guy is behind this voice cry? Origi see the tone alone. So and Felix say, I say more 68 and now quansam. Origi say, so where do they get this tone from? Gifty loves her. I say, I can't stop laughing. And this and a comment in it. I no pay for BS. Once ko Facebook na ko share ebi ewo honum na. Ya na eja. Udi bi asresre kaka na ebe any day. Yemfa eye de aka ento aso emma anope ewo social media trends no. So we dey Joel. Men share dan kahwe. Bo sound no. Ye ba me de nchiremu ebema eye for ne mo amohwe yen ewo Facebook.
Happy FM 98.9.
Abusua dofuna ana ye kan mo ka se boa. Hwe asantefo pefunu pa, hwe decoration pa ya ba ma menana. Mo de mo amohwe o. Menana tia se bag wi kura no na ne no ma kura mpomfa bi mu mu dawo. Flower we si watia si bi ansi ni de mo dan so hwe. Hwe nyina mo nkania pa e twagu. Enso menana tia se bob 5 cd de ni bi da na e de bomu. Hwempa ye de ma menana. Enso watia se na mpa bi wanda bi so dawo. Air condition and the AC menana ifunu nti obi owu ne air condition si ni nchen. Enso watia se air condition ya mfa bi. Ya mfa air condition am money dawo. Enso hwe decoration ya ma no hwe. Shares we am nan tie ne baba wa dem ne wo. Abro wa we wa hu bi da. Enso wu ye hwe. Se mo hu. Ya kasa santefo do funa. Ya kan mo nyindi. The decoration pa. Fenyina mun kanea. Air condition so ni. Ya kan mo ka se bo santefo do funa. Se mo hu. Ya se dia sa bo bra yi. Enjoy your life. Yes, ka no enjoy. Na da do no de. Asantefo e be we yi kama je hu sa body. Sanity.
The outie no a brantie bia or say, hey. And see, I do amojiji yesika amudi ye ni. Or say nana eja, yankopon atun sa frena. Omuye ne ye no call ye na. Oko rabi bi ebe de dan na no say what is going on here? Me na oba beda dan we mu. Me na funu na mode ne beto sa ampa we so. Na me na te asempa we hu bi poda. Hey, mo sign the air condition si ho. Hey. Oh, ene no krese mudo funu ampa. Ya san crash hye ne kente ne ade bi e wo kona ho a enya asem ketwa. Ene ne bag pink mienu aye be hye ne nyoma egum. Ene o si de bi ade na to no so pa. Agonu de onya nka ne na te ase no. Ene nka wo so onya sa nyoma we nyina no hu no enjoy. Na we wu awie no. Obey de hu se sa na maye wo nachi. Comment aba no enie. Smiles say AC all day. Anita say na traveling bag no or the quiet den wasamado ho. AMG Spartans say that's why it's called last respect. Saso and Abena Odi say who will sleep in the decor like this in his or her room? Heart and Soul GHC is sad. Ella say inti ebusuampo funu na. Me fa sa comment ni nsi ana baby o ko idie. Ye ba betutu bia ma brand here no eno no. Ye mfa eye ba ko nso enka homa we. Ai. Se si ane de ye se ukopie abrantie bi dem a. Wetumi efidi nkura. Nkura didia moma ye sochi. Na last ne bread bia na da ho. Eno okura ba kupie no koyi bread no ekodi ye. Ti odi bread na another ekura wo fie wo dem ho say na bread anka ye nyina ye keka den kankan bro nya ya brante obekọ na kura ase enti onya aduane bia wo fie ha na wonko awakọ akodi bread ni nyina ene omubufu ye na omode tentam ye mi hu bi da Where the me say, Joel, I put it to you, say it has to be AI. And then nkura mienu nya akukudro sit town ebesi a in the middle. Cables na dey or etentam because of brodo. Say ne say ho. Me say ntokwa mo ko na nya asam ketewa o. Obi ba. Ntokwa nkura mienu omo tentam. Na utum say they are well fed. Enti awodi wom e no maye kese. Na sa woni say ekura kese we mienu tia. Enti wuda. Hey. Well, come do my eventual very wo. Ombekika omberew. Yes, no first who did na wan horo wonsa yes wo kwada ekura ba be tafre wonsa ho. Oba bere wonsa. Nti ekura yi omo ne abrante na te dem ho. Omo so rent dan but omo nti rent. Comment ni Golden essay fighting for who will spoil the phone charger. Elizabeth Tufo say, are they pets? How can they be this comfortable in the room? MK, meanwhile, none of them has paid rental. Ampo, Joshua, see, these ones are sent by family witches. Hey, Sasso and Mr. Razak, I say, don't interfere. The rat pepper soup. Sterling, see, you wake up and your phone is 16% because a grana disrupted charging. No. Said them, I say, what happened between them? Brilliant Wayne say, when the rats know you are broke. Boss Obama say, how can you keep 2 alligators in your room? Sasso and Lemuel, I say, are those animals on red or weed? Because age, Ghana and wonders. Inti sa and a comment no etie. Final one na me de ba no enye eyi enka trend no ho eye sound bi am pese wutie bi. Na yewi am bi se obi ba ene Sefa omo adwen e wo sa na say voice no eho.
Happy FM 98.9. Happy FM 98.9. Happy FM 98.9.
Look, the MPP of Darocha, Sakiskek, Victor Usu, Kofi Buzia, Professor Edubwahe, Alajete, J.A. Kufuor, those men of value, those men of integrity are not what we have today. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just Sanquas compared to those. I call them the Sanquas 5. If President Mahama should decide to contest, this is how the scale will be. All the Sanquas 5, Dr. Baumia, Honorable Kennedy Japan, Dr. Brian Champong, Adichum, Honorable Kwabneje, all 5 of them should not even go and choose one. It should be all 5 of them on one ballot paper against President Mahama. And this is how the scale will be. All of them there, and then Mahama here. You see?
Don't shake.
98.9.
And then the prince can now pay. Fatikaza.
And I would see, ohene, and I say assume quanti hene, and now all can a yes, and semno. Aye, and their casa and semno. Or see to honor the enquire mano. Minim adukonti enquire mano. And the reason why in tia, otumide sa and semno, etu jano. Enti, nam pesa musumuti bi. Sanity. Oh, Prince.
Bizawasam.
Oh, you are hene.
Assume quanti hene.
Ne ninkunya ni
Nana Bwedi Amponim Obo Dadie the 3rd.
Nana de amanyosem fanombe. Nana wadama amanyosem. Deɛ ne kɔbaa yɛ nti a utimi twe ɛyɛ akasamfoni fidie de si usuo etwe nsɛm egu nhoma so to petenye ɛma nei agye ntere ha wa abɛfo ntentan kɛseɛ ne so a baabi abɛfa bia no obia ɛka ho asɛm na asɛ obia ɛhwɛ obia edi ho nkomi na wada ama ɛde ne kɔbae wada ama we de umma no nananom ne ebisa sɛ bia trimupo bi ta akyiri sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a dodoɔ no a wɔn ate wo ne ehunu sɛ wo kasa ansɛm yie no wɔn betimi anya wɔn ho entiaseɛ de ntiara na wɔyɛ saa yi de wo sɛ nka akyirim kakra de man na wosan ɛposa no brofo pa wanka no twi mpo nanka ɛyɛ wo ma atimi atiaseɛ brofo na wɔbesae kama ɛna wɔde gu hɔ na wada ama yi de ka obetimi akyire mu a enka ni bɛgye ho prince me de asɛm sana me bisa minka bi
Sefa menya sure sɛ obi a odi hene ɛyɛ this year so called will be that reckless is the reason why here because I've seen other people also posting say in fact he's a fraudster were frauded
allegedly
yes allegedly he's a fraudster wabu nkrofo bebre in fact nkrofo nso allege kra say oye CPP ni fact or contested as CPPC ewo Kede constituency later eno ye say we free CPP mu eko NDC or try class or be contested PC elections in the NDC. You see, or quite said your fast or kasa no. Sefa. Even say ushe video na, say what video na. Ne said ye ne nimu ne said your dan ne ho ye ne ho video no. I don't think say any credible person would behave the way he behaved.
So if you don't think that he's credible?
No, I'm not. I mean, you're sure say we assume contain. I doubt. So contain wo assume. Ena obebu nipa ni mutia sa no. Kajo sebi. Enye politics pa na ye ya. Sefah-Danquah. Abrantie ya osi wo yo hene okasa yi. Den pa no wo. Chi enipa numu obo omudin. There's a second video. Obu owura Kennedy Japan enumuti akura. Kan sembasa e de fa ne ho. Sefa sebi senye politics a. Sa ba mu a watotototo ne ma hyehye ne ho te wo se oye kunti hene. Kansa ansem hunu no e fa se nipa numu ihu. Dem pa no wo. Senye amanyosam ne ye na social media na aba. Eno wo data kakra ena bia wanya iPhone bi o se Samsung phone bi. Ena wanya obi e de asi ni so ena wo twa no. Kansa ansem hunu ya. Ebia ohie nipa numu obubo omuden kro ohie omu se amu gina ho a yesi nipa nim ti se ku twamanse
ya
wan hwe ohie omu a ontimi hwe omu anim po nka entimi musa omu se mepache wo etesen kra na so because of the benefit of social media wakotana ba bia se oye hene ka ensem hunu mento sebe won de American hu kansem hunu egbu enipa animtia enipa num na obo mu de ni Sefa wuji amanyosem eto nchen a obi abone bra obi abone bra
omabobra
and the omaye so yi amanyosem to nchen a the omaye no is out there for everybody. It's out there. Wana kwabena je Japan
abobra
former presidential spokesperson.
Yeah, Abobra.
Engineer.
Yeah.
Mapa.
Yeah. Abobra.
Yanhwe yi a oman ye se ye nyai sansem huni amanyo nsem ensem hunu a yedi a mesi kroi yanhwe yi a maka sasem wi wa da mire bi beba ye penkrofo abe je oman adwuma ya ye nya bi wo krom ha and it's because of sansem hunu any
eventually no obi abakoye politics so say na be ya mbeti ne house mama no because on koye regular job na ketia no 3,000 4,000 5,000 opedi ebe ma no 20 30 80 15 echo and it looks like say baby obenya no say ube enter
into politics.
No, but fati say the fact say oni nipa no enya dwen no enchire say obetimi egu ne ho fi saa keke.
Of course you may disagree with somebody.
See, without provocation.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
Dear abrantie na mohu wo no wo video mu ene ni nsem hunu a o keka no. Enipa numu no obia kana sem ebia say nipa numu obia mpo nimu ne da. Obia nhia ne da.
Yeah.
But when you social media into what this social media no ebe gu say nipa yi ehu fi. And ubenya bi mu a amanyo semunti ebe so to adi na chi because ogu ne opponent hu fi.
Na any opponent mbo.
But remember say yes yan kan ni wachi a o si agro
no de
papa ode nso enti ene die ebia eye Dr. Brian Champon Sefah ebia nei eye Dr. Brian Champon ebia nei eye Dr. Oseya Waduchum ebia nei eye
doctor
eye Owura Kennedy Japan enti ubetimi agu omani muti agu omo fi but ebia ochina na eyewo anase eyewo nua bi me dia menyi ni se oye ohene menyi ni se obeben akonya bi ada oye hene a ohene sei
Friends, mama no wase. Akasema bako du N9 na ngotwe abo live on Happy 98.9 FM. Mama nka wo sen komo mienu ene na no pedap no so ye ka ho asem. Ye bebu kompa ko ye chi afedan se ne na ya to abawie ama sabri then candidate for the New Patriotic Party Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia aba beji atumu se yade a na but enyintumu no baby na meme wo no baby na meme wo no
na wate
na of course
okay.
that was
na baba
officially no mama jintumu
was
around 8:30 aircraft
yes
around 8:30 aircraft and to officially
concede
defeat.
It was too early.
Well, that's your
yes,
and you may have reasons.
This is not the first time.
Yeah, this
I think say me cancer asem. I think say what he ade no yeah no was the right thing. But the timing was wrong.
Okay.
So I am not questioning the say or consider because see say one who defeat one who resource and he's a master of numbers.
Yeah.
Ora Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he's a master of numbers.
Yeah.
Kromu has a penipa mi no omo 10 numbers asipa
or
can be.
Yeah.
He's master of numbers. Enti who numbers? No who said the numbers na ba.
Onim dieka.
He
knows what the numbers, the story the numbers are telling.
Yes. Yeah. And Matthew bi mu ebeno almost even as at 10:30 p.m. on election night.
Yeah.
No munim said defeat aba.
Around by 2. because they were waiting for certain numbers from the Ashanti region. So where I was stationed, around 2:30 in the day, it was quite obvious.
The numbers are there.
Yeah, there is no way. Absolutely no way.
But elections, are both presidential and parliamentary.
Yeah.
So as you look at the presidential numbers, you can't lose sight of the parliamentary numbers.
But the point also is that the presidential, the returning officer, the EC.
Yes.
For the parliamentary, the returning officer, EC at the district. What you say?
Yes.
So everything starts and ends at the district level.
And I'm saying, say, oh no, baby, I'm not otino. And no one who presidential numbers, They are not the second leg in preparing to concede, was to look at the parliamentary numbers. How is it going? Saying, a musaying any declare, a musaying ena koso. And you see, and he's been accused of say most a year parliamentary seat now it went against the MPP, Partly his part, and in part I agree with Omwa a cancer. So I think the concession, the time, the timing was wrong, but the act said well who numbers, I don't want to say a bema tension akosoro any other. There was no tension really. A bema tension akosoro ni adini nyina. Let me concede. I think with all due respect, Mua omunimi, omunim I have way for the former vice president, but sad time now, his timing to concede, not looking at the parliamentary numbers, I think there is one thing that Abia a miracle anymore. No ankasa obekasa ohun no kasa ohun in part he will not disagree with people that suggest seat ni bebre parliamentary seat ni bebre kotia ne party was the timing of the concession.
See, now Ojenimo say the concession should have come when a day after, and I say everything.
No.
And
by midday Sunday on the 8th of December 2024 would have been clear.
But it was also clear because some of the
talking about the parliamentary.
I'm talking about the parliamentary. I'm talking about the parliamentary as well because some of the constituencies are. They knew. Some of them knew at about 9 p.m. said they had lost.
I was at Domiko Abenya. See,
they knew.
No, I was at Domiko Abenya. Even at close of polls, me who say one shot, that seat to flip. Even before. Because, look, Kwadwo, I have observed elections at Domiko Abenya since 2004. Since 2004. And you see the enthusiasm and baby me tomaba ewo Domiko Abenya me drew her around 10:30 a.m. and I'm saying
10:30 a.m. na obi a yesu ko honum ahomache no 10:30 a.m.
na say ahomache na my reporter he na aba me ka baby a me to aba na den say me na me kwa akoto aba me ka baby ana me to aba me drew hono as at 10:30 ekobo 11
yeah
me who numbers no me sin me call baby fufro
a different polling station
by quarter by 4 p.m.
no one who the ABC
no me who say there's fire on the mountain. So ye kin kind nyina me cover after close of polls ye kin kan me kwa me nya ha figures na me nya ha figure na me nya ha me si no in fact some colleagues from journalists from other media organizations and I we know elections they we are advised to move in numbers like and yes on kwa kofa baby ye ko ni nyina me catch them say like guys this will be difficult this will be a long night for the blue side of this constituency, and rightly so. And until on Sunday, now disturbances so Domiko Abenya. I keep telling the NDC people, say, look, this seat, you've won this seat. Munyedi no more kind, no more declare, because this woman, she's worked so hard. Gidi no NC na omon kind, because per the numbers even Jens and Trof for Yekutano. It was a done deal for the NDC, even at Domiko Abenya. So yes, but Nanke say or two that time ne dear. But midday Sunday would have been obvious and clear. Then concession ebeba. But it was a good act, but the timing, I think, respectfully, was wrong.
A year on, at the end of the year, that'll be the conversation. I name Penyufua. Womo Ediomani, a share about to end ceremony of Bambon Simon, but I don't pay Eujumedian. So, but there is an opayatanasia na edin komo. There is an ongoing security situation within the West African sub-region. Prince Edikan Aboso, ye asrafo a womu etu abanya hodoso esa within the past 5 years, and as the Mfana say within the past 6 years, we've seen not less than 5 coups d'etats over the West African sub-region. Some have been successful, some have been toppled, and other coups have replaced them. Some have been foiled. Ninyina no eya semwa anase semwa hodoa mpempi no aya na eha enipa dodo no ano, especially yenum a yepe dodo adwene toa amamu no aya eyade a eha adano yene owura Paul Boateng wono eba na hobambo ehu ensemu a eyade a odimu ntintiman pa wabobe ewomu na wodi kan aka sembi edi ato a wo kire mu se wo hwe abibiman atoye famu na wo hwe abakosem se yenya asra aban oman ahodo dodo no a esuo na ebesi enne ensa kire bia nhye da emma timamufo asetena mu no enye no nwanwa se enkopim emfie empim yenu ene aduasane de obeba abibiman atoye efamu no na amai ahodo na nasa amai dodo no ano na asrafo ena edi eye won esuo na no ansi na otwetwa mu ya na edi sankomo yi, and it was a reflection on what happened in Guinea-Bissau, and if you more babitu jamanfo watches omo ehwe ebiman ahobambo ehu ensemu omde nsem ahodo betu dwatere mu ze ekamia se owura Sisoko wono na yema mpanyini ewo Guinea-Bissau emanu no. The course one was really staged by ono that we cannot independently confirm, but one more womu adwemu abobe ewo sa nsem no mu no womu nsem no bia no mo kan no na otu awie ye de tie ne se okokopiem ewo Benin a ehonso eye asrafo asore na opese utu eye aban ya to aba ede yi no owura talon wona ye mampanyini the abito dwane se a foiled coup attempt, but enra no kro no ano asrafo no omo try so mo yes ade na de bitu dwa se France aban no emode anyi no humfiri mo isan se de na omo eka eno no nya de no kre isan se won omo ka se a foiled attempt no omo antimi anko national radio and as a national television so akwa ka sansem no ensem a dodo no a se wo se etimi de ani ko ho isan se hobambo no eka ehwene na aka ni eka tiri a eka eye ehwene ani ene ano ni nyina yankwa homa no so ne ani owura Richard Kumado yene na twetwen komo, and the conversation is going to be in 2 parts. One, omen abato ayeto afise ne na His Excellency former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Dina simpie so eka kire Ghana fo nyina se ohwe abato no course no a National Democratic Congress etumi edinkunimu abato no mu. deɛ kɔ so ɛkyerɛ ensɛm yɛsua bibi deɛ free mu ana deɛ to so mienu ɛyɛ asɛm ana meka ɛdefa ɛyɛ cool a ahodo esi ɛwɔ West African Sub-region enmu no owura kumado ma ɔkye mu akɔ abanfa mra happy morning show no so na no pɛ
me da ase
me gidi sa pombo ko deɛ
yɛnkɔ
straight ɛyɛ to ɛyɛ yɛnsɛm no ɛyɛ after elections a yɛto yɛ abato ɛto yɛ wɔ mfimpi mienu ne aduonu nan mu no wugiri sɛ ɛnneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a yɛtumi asua ɛde afiri mu yɛ kɔ yɛn mu no deɛ na wɔ sɛ yɛtumi yɔ
procedural issues need us to be brave. They have to look at it. Election coalition processes no to issues be brave. They have to look at it. Then number 3, election violence leading to the death of people. They have to look at it. Perpetrators needed to be punished. Then again, there has been some level of insecurity and safety breaches. Going forward into 2025, I think IGP Christian Teteyahono was able to resolve that aspect of it. So for that, we think we have learned something. But about ineptitude of election officers, any Yamibubo, so the first one, it is something we need to look at it carefully and address it.
How do we deal with the ineptitude of election management body? No?
We should give the election to the police. They will be fine. Don't give the election to the electoral commissioners again. I don't think they know exactly what they are doing. And they have too many issues confronting them. So they should just give the election to the police. We'll be fine.
Are you insinuating that you electoral commission from free one?
Apart from the police filling the forms and declaring the results, did you see any problem there?
Debbie.
So give it to the police. You'll be fine as a nation.
So then it means that electoral commission will be obsolete. There will be no need for electoral commission.
Petition about petition 10, special prosecutor 3 or Mamunya 7.
7,
yes.
Do
you need a soothsayer prophet to tell you that the center cannot hold?
But that's a creation of our constitution.
Yeah, but when you created something and you're having problem with it, the same way you created it, can't you do something about it? Is the police also not the creation of the constitution? So if the police is giving you the good results and the other one is not giving you good, is it not results you want? Do you want people to continue dying?
No.
So, bro, don't ask that question. Go on, let's go, la.
Yamra, another substantive issue. Anybody don't know who coups within West African sub-region.
Your politics, your democracy, your political leadership decisions, maybe and almost your inauguration of Cote d'Ivoire. Instead of the presidents gathering themselves in Cote d'Ivoire, knowing that their conscience is not clear, and when they come home, they cannot sleep. No. They should rather come to International Conference Center and let President Mahama lecture them and tell them the things are as Ghanaians, what led to the stability we enjoy in Ghana and what led to our democracy to survive from 1992. And not to me, because most of Nyamana as a result of poor governance and bad leadership. They are the major issues that create military takeover and coup d'etat in West Africa. Because political actions of political actors is a threat against stability of a nation. And politics itself is a threat against democracy. And so when you have actions of political actors that is treacherous, you have a problem. Politics itself, when it is not managed properly, can create instability and insecurity. It's a problem. Then you also have poor governance and bad political leadership. You are in trouble. When you look at all the military takeovers and the coup d'etat, these are the influencing factors that led to many of the things we are talking about. Near Cote d'Ivoire guy, said the same thing as Benin guy, and I said, why, and a papa said, we buy it.
Yeah.
Where was ECOWAS? They didn't see, or they were asleep. Where was African Union? They didn't see, or they were asleep. No, we are not doing it properly. Except Ghana, that we are doing many of them rightly. Usha, in terms of security governance and political governance, we are doing it right, and they need to come and learn from it.
Is it that over West African sub-region, the concept of democracy, and one, you ensure that NTSC, Anna.
No. It's not about democracy. It's about the people we have in there.
The people.
Yeah, Usha Burkina Faso, the young boy has become a standard benchmark today. He's a young boy. He's leading right. He's governing right. He's taking the right decisions. And all over the world, people are praising him. So, and see, he's doing it right. So it's not about the concept. It's the people you have in there. When the selection procedure is flawed, the outcome will be flawed. And see, that is where we are.
And so we can say about most of the regions. For example, you mentioned La Côte d'Ivoire, where a similar situation has happened.
Benin,
Guinea-Bissau, Gabon, Guinea, Mali, Niger,
and all those places.
And it's about the people. It's about the people, leadership.
The leaders. That's the problem. They are getting benefits. Something that they were getting revenue of 1 billion. Today they are getting over 300 billion.
Yes.
So where was the other money going? When you go to Mali right now, they just signed a new deal that is benefiting the country. So where were the other people? What were they doing? We are just speaking about Ghana when I say President Mahama should lecture them. The police have gotten 4 armor cars. The new ones are on the way coming. The fire service is getting about 100 fire tenders. The military are getting their helicopters. The bill is in parliament to ensure that the military have their university. Signal Bureau will be getting their university at home. And we are waiting for the police to have their university and the BNI. Then to tell President Mahama that take care of their welfare in terms of accommodation. So you could see, say, political governance is almost at par with security governance. So one now political governance is not at par with security governance. When you have problem, be great. External factors, be them. Internal saboteurs, be them. One share, it destabilize the state, and you'll be laughing at the other side of your mouth.
Baby, should we be concerned as people of Ghana?
No, we are doing it right. As a nation, Eastern border has always been a problem for us. Your operation be Ghana, your friend Operation Motherland. Me bomb fire say so this December. But besides that, where the threats are going to come from, Eastern border and yes, safe and today we keep our eyes on the Eastern border, and that is a major issue for us. But if you look at the decisions this president has taken so far, I think so far so good, and it makes sure that political governance matches security governance. We are not going to have major issues. When you go to the Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, they see President Mahama say is their big brother, so they are not a threat to our country, and they are not a threat to him as a person. He is also not a threat to them. So the northern side has also served. Where we need to keep our eyes will be the eastern border, and once we do that one right, we'll be fine.
Some are concerned about the possible spillovers. One more AD said maybe no bet me Jane Eddie about my man. They are citing sometimes our porous border no as one of the things I was say it may concern. What do you make of such an argument?
Yeah, cross-border crime is also something you'd have to deal with, and all nations deal with it. But there's a dynamics to it. You see, many years ago, Nkrumah said, let Africans win themselves out of the colonial masters. Not the French-speaking countries betray Kwame Nkrumah. They were not doing it. And coup d'etat military takeovers are coming from. It's coming from the French colonial country. And they are waking up to their responsibilities. So it is good for them. It's either you train your child today, or in the future they will pay the higher price. Today they are paying the higher price. When it comes to they coming to our country, because we don't speak English, they don't speak English. Yes, some will come. It will be difficult, but they only go to the countries where they speak a common language and they have a common heritage. Issues about Nigeria and Kenya, they said that definitely they are going to come here. But when it comes to these other ones, we share war with them, but they'll be looking to go to the French-speaking countries more than coming to Ghana.
We know Ghana does not support a coup d'etat, so any attempt to extend your tenure of office because it's a charter amongst ECOWAS countries. If you look at what has happened Côte d'Ivoire, Ura Alassane Ouattara, and the fact that we have distanced ourselves as a state from some of these acts, but yet our president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be in Côte d'Ivoire. Is that? I mean, what statement does that?
School of thought. Two school of thought. Your foreign policy is we are friends of our enemies of none. Two school of thought. First school of thought says that don't go at all. What are you going to do? When you go, you are giving credence to it.
Mm-hmm.
The second school of thought says that go and tell them that what they have done is wrong so that they learn from it. I believe to the first school of thought says that don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Once you participate, it's a collateral damage that you are collecting for yourself, and it will not order well for us. But then there's another school of thought that says that don't abstain yourself. Go and tell them what they are doing is wrong so that you teach them by example. So that is where we are.
So you feel, sir, His Excellency is ascribing to the second school of thought?
No, I'm saying there's a first school of thought. I belong to the first school of thought. Some people belong to the second school of thought. It is for him to take a decision. Whatever decision he takes, there are consequences to it.
What do we do as a mind? And I know, sir, you've made a suggestion. Sir, it was a be my hold on to me about my Ghana conference center. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Trauma near my etimia boa a sustain democracy. Or my Ghana mono. What other things and my hold one and they coos I would do a simono. It was one to me. I said, "Ebaya san near Sieno, even to miss you."
They should come to Ghana. It's Christmas. They should come here as tourists and bring money and spend in our country. Then our president will teach them. By the time they leave here after 1 week, they'll be fine.
All right, Chikumado. I mean, now I see. And now the person, Jeffrey, now near Chichikomo, a security consultant to Richard Kumado now to see Chichikomo live on Happy 98.9 FM. And Medju also adventure on the Ecoso within a year, West Africa, over the past 6 years. If we advance 2020, about 2025 here, we've witnessed not less than Yahubi Mali, Niger, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Yahubi the foiled one.
I'll give you the list.
Oh, my list, no. My list and my date. Now you need in common. Yes.
Benin, India, no. And it's
Enra, yes.
Guinea-Bissau, 26th November, and Madagascar, 12th October, Gabon, 30th August, Niger, 26th July, Burkina Faso, omoye first one, January 2022. By September, and another group so ekoyi omonte no no ye ku in a coup, yeah. To be a coup, I mean, to me, I be. Sana Bano, into Momayaminu, Sudan, Echo, 25th October, Guinea, 5th September, Chad, and no April 2021, Mali, Onusunya coup in a coup nibi because Bakusi 18th August and Abakusi 24th May of the following year. Sana etie.
Wait, this is what we are grappling with on the continent of Africa as we speak now. Coup d'etat Sahodwa sign Eman Homene Subio. It should be telling the political class on the continent say and the fact that they have not been paying critical attention or particular attention to some of these things and and sometimes the signs are always on the wall for them to see, but they tend to ignore those signs. It didn't come on that. Yebekwa Homane so near CBT International Diplomatic Observer Adam Zigna Abdullahi and never come on the air course no also bet me Edward Drenchereno Ediaba is either so call Facebook sia Oko Kopiemo Facebook at Happy 989 FM Ubeja Wadrenchereno Ewo na making can be Ediama etiefo any ayefo and now say Obefa your WhatsApp number 0594 051-145 na what the 17 afa ho e di abrɛ kopiam Facebook a dodo no anom de omo de aba ensem a ebobo so ene anopai OSP nsem ye Ghana abato ekoto ya fie twa mu nsem coup d'etat ahodo ekoso ensem ni nyina no betimi akyere wa adwene e wo ho de ekoso amamuomuo eno nso betimi akyere wa adwene wo ho mu Kyla Jonas one de wa man nsa so e kyayen wode ne de aba DJ Opedemo Felix on also the diaba Wafa K New Plant Station on also edine die aba ha Joseph Amabala Virgin on also the diaba Aaron Babako Koko Misa wono enso edine diaba one more send message Eben kwa benya me yemfa na ase Emma Enoch awo afienya mataeko yemfa en askese enso enfo all of the messages amodi aba nyina no e bekenkan nyina edi ama etiefo eni iPhone emom Mameka Smith Baku do miensa na abo ediapa eye no ngocho ho na no pay live on Happy 98.9 FM. Yenkwa homa so. Yeni Ora Adam Zigna Abdullahi, international diplomatic observer. Yene ne twetwe nkomo emfa de ekoso with regards to coups ahodo a ekoso. Ora Abdullahi anopa miemu ache. Emu akwa ban from Happy morning show so.
Meje so mi bra.
Number 2 pombo ko de.
Nyame adom. Na wo so be.
Obo ade adaro ma yekukura mu nkakra. Mami misa mo na mo hwe de ekoso ewo aman ahodo so. And if you take from last 5 years, we've seen series of coup d'etats. Most of them are West African sub-region. And then they see, is it that something is happening? Largely,
we see a lot of these military juntas, like the leadership, they are more taking over countries in the area. There are reasons mainly for doing that in the economic issue. The handling of economic issues in those respective countries are not, done optimally. And they feel they have to take over the country and then restore that, make the dignity to their citizens. Another one to say, terrorism, okay, extremism. And Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, these 3 countries now, we've known for a while they are being led by military juntas now. Which means all of them are plagued with terrorism issues. And you see that their armies are fighting a lot of these Islamic extremist groups and things. And the battle is not easy at all. Part of their reasons for taking over the government is that they are better capable of fighting these extremist groups than those civilian governments that they had actually overthrown. That's an kind of sense. So it's mainly these 2 issues: economic and the Islamic extremism.
I mean, these are factors, but if we are to disaggregate these factors, how big is the issue of extremism? How big is the issue of economic issue? If you are to take country by country, na Maybe the 2 factors are about. So, for example, Sahel region. You mentioned economic fighting insurgents, and I said one more my imagine so etia maybe how big is, for example, maybe for economic issue? If you are to compare the 2, economic as compared to the insurgencies, how big is the economic issue?
Oh, economic issues, because okay, say, of course, the aftermath from last years back, the then government MPP, the effects of COVID have hit the economy and all those economic issues and all that. There was things in all these other West African countries. Inflation was high. The economy was not that stable and all that. Also, the COVID brought a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
These across all these countries. And my opportunity for these soldiers to overthrow the country, because the normal the civilian governments have no protection. That's okay. And most of the time, and when the military take over,
Wadama Sanka betimi agina ye dia man e san se baby a wo no line ni twetwasi ye incident kan ye Wadama.
Okay.
Be ba chan ye tonka Wadama.
What's your music?
Ye tonka.
Okay. See, let me just say, so these economic issues, inflation and all that, economic management, corruption also, it was one of the main reasons. Okay, so of course, the corruption can be intertwined with some of the economic issues now, because maybe government funds, but now they will just dissipate it in some wild fashion. That's I say, and it goes to affect the people and affect them really seriously. And what people say, anytime in these three countries, for example, the people were sort of happy about it, because you know what we were going through at that point in time. No, it wasn't easy, especially economically. Okay, and also with regards to terrorism, no, it's that an issue. Even in Benin, northern Benin, almost see terrorism. That's what I say. And you see, one of the reasons why attempted the government is not putting it with regards to terrorism in northern Benin. And the fellow soldier force. And to take over to what? To handle the situation at hand. See, you can see consistently that a lot of these countries are taking over now, or they have been coup attempts and things. They have these two main issues that sweep across them.
And you see, the strangest part is that if say oko amaya hodo no a coup ni si so no, and as a coup ahodo si so, and we can speak about Madagascar, which was started by a year Timbamufo no ano. Aside that, oba baby to say Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, any nkura hodo no aka no a, there seems to be some level of acceptance for a year the military intervention. Why is that the case?
It's largely because of mainly corruption and economic issues. But I must also say, in Guinea-Bissau, it wasn't that popular. Because at that point in time, the people were making a decision. I mean, you are the ballot box. Now, you see, and so when the people are making their voices now, someone say voting under democracy, it is a way of the people, telling the states what they actually want. Say, and so at that point in time, the timing of the coup, especially in Guinea-Bissau, I'm thinking of Guinea-Bissau because of Apekida. And the military, they didn't get the needed support from the people, as opposed to these other countries, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. But in short, that around those points in time, there was elections were not close. That's at the end. And also at that point in time, no more economically. At the same time, also they were being subjected to security issues and terrorism and all those things. No more farm. Of course, at that point in time, when the military came, they needed some breath of fresh air. Utina embraces the military. But of course, with the exception of Guinea-Bissau, you know to say the difference between Guinea-Bissau and these other countries, in Guinea-Bissau, they imposed a curfew almost the entire country. But Ocean Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, there are a lot of people to go into the streets and celebrate because now more. So of course there are these political efficacies involved, but this is generally the situation.
And where does Ghana stand in all of this? Because I know, sir, we have a special envoy or the Sahel region. We have stated categorically, say, Enyadia. Asra aban tietia ewo aban nipa dodo no ano ato aba ayi won so no enya de edi etumu. But then you realize say there is an envoy to Sahel. How should our relationship be with some of these states and other countries ahodo a coups ahodo etimi esi so no?
more you might because it seems all these West Africans, and just as you observe, most of it is going on in West Africa. That's as already ECOWAS. So the existing effort to bring them back into the food. ECOWAS countries and these Sahel countries. But like I say, it's really difficult because these two issues and are so crucial in all these African countries. So it's a matter of time for in most very maybe I like it.
Ora Abdullahi Wadaroma wahoma no sign etwetwa sibio
eba
isan se baby adin komona wura no ehu hia eye yenyina yedin komai ene atiefu nyina ehu hia papa to me tie wadama okay happy 90.9 FM no gusu atie no Ora Adam Zigna Abdullahi oye mranimni oye international diplomatic observer ene no twetwe komo efa ku ahodo asie ewa bibiman mu over the past 6 years no dodo no ano de oman bibiman atoye famu ena kusa ahodo no ano atumi asisie no ano ensem a ehye eye asrafo na no anase ensem asrafo dodo no agina so edidi sa adwuma ahodo no ene timamufo a wo mo ho enha wo mo ene wono mo a wo mo age aman ahodo no bi afa wo mo akutia eye aban no na emma ahobambo ho nsem intimi nsipi ewo sa aman ahodo no so ena ne yebusa emu se ohwa emu dia hensem yenu a aye enyina so sem edema asrafo emu dia he pa na mu oduro oso onim yenu nyina mu odu se isan se ebegina eye oman no ene se de eniema etie oman bi wo ha wakwantia eye jihadists no a insurgents no a enya de a eniema etimi akoyi ede amaomo asrafo no enso enya gidie bi se so omo agi oman ni si omo sra so betimi ako atia wono ma omo ekutia oman ntina obehwe emia bi wo ha na asrafo no akwakoje no magina mu no ena mebusa se kamia se ase oba abiman enkankane atoye famu ha no a em se ba bia ku na sie bia no enkankane ni je Mali ene Guinea ene de ase nipa dodo no ano asomu prekope agiatomu ase kamia se eno ene won jefo no so hwe bra dodo no ebre no a eno anti na be na dodo no agiatomu no bana mebusa se ene no se ohwe de asie oman Ghana yade a no disem ababeto dwa da montene so se kuku de nya de so ene kwan a aman panyimfo ahodo bi no mu wo mo fa so ensankra niema ni se de be ya wo mo emre a wo mu di wa ban mu no wo betimi atene mu anaso betimi ama awa eno no nya de a ye pene so ye wo envoy a wo no okọ the Sahel region ene mampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ayi no se won kono nkonkohyo na nkita hudi a wo sa aman ne mien santem ni oman Ghana ntem no won hwe so okopiem wo la Côte d'Ivoire sisi a me ne okasai His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akwa kopiem wo ho ade a akoso wo a the charter ECOWAS charter akan tia no mampanyi akwa kopiem wo a wo kwa support ura Alassane Ouattara enti na me bisa se mo na mo hwe aman ni aman enkita hudie emu mo ye mo hwemu. What should our stance be on sa eniema hudo ya emwa dodo adwene toatoa amamu ewo ebiman emu no?
Hello?
Ora Abdullah Bachote Minga.
Mituka.
Na me bisa se mitunga yipa. Na me bisa se what should our stance be on some of these matters? Because if we have an envoy a war AES, we are called Omaya Wasakra Embreni, I extended the tenure in office. What is that telling us?
I know to be very honest with you, a very different situation because for Cote d'Ivoire, Essentially, I said, you sue constitutional amendments, which is allowed by law, such as to increase the tenure of office. And the a lot of views concerning how it was done and why it should be done and all that. But at the end of the day, that legal framework to do it, it exists. Constitutional amendments, are allowed. Say, President Mama, or third term. They are laid down rules as to how you should go about it. In the obesity, now Ghana for so the peninsula, then it's done. That's a thing. For Cote d'Ivoire, no, they can't want of course, commentary, it makes me have my views on that, but you to me, can say plainly illegal as compared to near seawall. These other African countries, the Sahel region, and then like ABC or Benin.
At the end, I was here, should we be that concerned? The Akoso within West African sub-region?
Yes, we have to be very concerned. Very, very concerned because, of course, first, Medicanca said there are two hotspots across these schools, and that's the terrorism and economic issues. Thankfully, Ghana, you don't have terrorism issues. Okay, but at the same time, Oshe Senior, more Burkina Faso, and Benin, and Niger, and Mali, or more bread in dealing with this Islamic extremism. It is a cause of concern for us. In the event where ABR they will find themselves here. Such as saying, President Mohammed's approach to it, is actually the best. Like being on the front foot. Obeka say, any help you need in dealing with this Islamic extremism, Memamu. Such as say because it's very, very important. It's because it will keep spreading. They work with ideology. And the almost area they've not actually sent their ideologies there. No. Or many members to say, let's start with Ghana. Let's start with this. Let's go here. Let's go here. And here, say, as a proactive state, we help our brothers in Niger, Burkina Faso, even in Nigeria and in northern Benin. Say, you should deal with this Islamic extremism before it becomes a very serious canker in the West African region.
Right, I'm Zigna Abdullah. My name is another person, JP, and now need come live on Happy 98.9 FM.
Anytime, brother.
Council Adam Zigna Abdullah, International Diplomatic Observer, now TCN and Chuchinkomo live on Happy 98.9 FM. I can't remember about you, non cron abo. Yenche home right. If you're home by Roper Fatisha Wally. Atnas in Commando Kakra, once I drink to me Ediaba, Mr. Abomodiana Fatity for home, you trade 2 of mammy 0551 563 916. And I say 0555 657 278. 2 numbers, Bomodiana trade 2, and no any ability for Humano edituma bit me a fre. Na Wabaju Median is one watch a wagene. I want some yedi a home and commono. And pay. Sound so and I'll bet me to message about Abia Ofre na untimi emung remua any tempanoano. No modia fa ufono. No I send him menka sefre, me say moon trento Ghana for the ye. Tretoho menka sefre. I have not opened phone lines yet. Tretoho enfre 0594 051 145. And no ye WhatsApp number. And I say ye text message number no. Obetimi Edwanu disem edi afaso edi aba enti ne sisia no obetimi di afa WhatsApp edi abreme opese me kenkan dia fafa ho fabra na men kenkan ma na ye bie titifon homa no etuma wo so nya akwanya na afre na no so adwenkyere no odi bia peso ewo ho live on Happy 98.9 FM.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
Hey, Kofi. Let me amount countryman. About bedano yere. Abra utia just 1,000 Ghana cedis. Me ya one ya.
Uyo obi oyinkonya.
Wait see. Me a Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding 2026.
Sa dwumadie no a ye hoahoa wo se oye odehye niema koda ahogye kese na ye san ema manfo di wakire se de oye celebrity no.
Wetwa. Be fie duonini. Ane e dia kan odo ho asema. Ya kan warefo bebrabom.
Sesi anu me de me mpra no miensa no ba.
Debi Kofi. Oba baako, bema baako, odo baako.
Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Well love meets affordability. Our warrior on another level. Don't know.
Before registration forms, ewo Happy FM asalam down.
So person so yasene a, obetimi afret it for home 0244 906 235 and I say 0302 254 858. Mamen kai wo sen hye kakra wo.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and at E-Productions, we believe it's about the moments that brings us together. That's why we're offering personalized video greetings for families, businesses, churches, and all at highly discounted prices. Let's capture your loved ones, your team, your brand's festive cheer in a way that will make this season unforgettable. Because with E-Productions, you will definitely capture the moment. More discounts for all levels of video productions for your events and occasions. Call E-Productions now on 024 2755323. Spread joy, capture memories. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Number one everywhere you go. Big go. For the friends and the family. Big go. Big refreshing moment. Big go. For the kids and the adults. Big go. Boys and girls with a drink up. Big go. Everywhere the party day. Big go. We go mash up the place with the big go. Greatest in every battle. Big go. Big go. Big go. Big go. Big go. Greatest in every battle. Big O. Big refreshing moments.
Big Ol Drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
Yes, I'm more being from Happy Morning Tune so now pay live on Happy 98.9 FM 22 minutes at the top of the hour 9. Sima bako eduonu mienu na aka ama nonkron abo na no pay ropa fatisha boli wa hawa tenase. Ma menye na adwene kakra emfamfa ku ahodo a ekoso ewa biman mu no because ono data no obobo ku ahodo no akoso ni nyina. And my issue is the popular support that they receive when it happens. And when I speak about popular support, the recent one is here, Madagascar, no, and then the military had to intervene at the point in time. And so it was a combination of a year, Timamufono, say a bremo, Penyufona Mohono, Momodiana, Monsorim Friadeso, said the Ebeya, a bit me a man Penyufo Fraba, na the economic freedom I and I see here, won't to me. But one thing that you have to also take a critical look at is most of the Amaya Hodwana coups necessarily have some relationship or as a Kitahudiebi with a France, Benin, Mali, Niger, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Madagascar. So out of ABAB 8 and 9 coup d'etats we've experienced in the last 5-6 years, about 8 of them have links with one way or the other. The countries and the leaders had links with France. Should we be that concerned?
Absolutely. I mean, we should be concerned because I don't think anybody would come and say yeah adepa because seku esi ewo ekrobi mu a what it does is that a seti a year the country back. What am I saying? And sometimes within the region ku no esi the effect of ku esi ewo one country on the others sometimes in my yen shada my nko. When you open kasa I say, of course, most of the coups AC in francophone countries. Na say bano anglophone countries, ana anka fan say ABC or to say Nigeria. Anka krobi to say Ghana will feel the impact and almost like say AC ewaha.
Yeah.
Because then you are going to have an influx of Nigeria for omu dwane eye impact no omu nya no e wo mu krom no aba bepe baby e omu feel say ho ye safe amomo.
An example is Liberia.
So you're going to have refugees, some controlled, some not.
Yeah.
Because ebi mo beba officially na bia waka say okope camp bi di omogu. Ebi mo so eba ebi o na down fi bi wa ha onimo bi wa. Obi so ba say o ba keke say they are fleeing, coup ewo omukrum. So ena se eba ne se coup esi ewo krobi so a they need to shut down existing institutions.
Yeah.
And sa afe no they retrace or they strategize to now set up institutions in a way they think say aligning with what they want to do. Omo ebetumi edike fuse aba. Omo the roadblocks ba. Omo protests any clashes to me see.
Yeah.
Ewo baby ebia amanfo no feel say we are not in support of the coup no. Sa so na obenya amanfo omo nso efa coup ne ho. Edi omo nsem money. What must say? It will be hot ho. Ku esi baby a chaotic and mesumi ntinsi mu e. No nso na emu na oye de ope. Sa so na even the asrafo na omanga so mu ye coup no. You would get people who could be extreme. Ebi obi ansmo omo say ko si dwem na bonkofo or do that. It can also affect a year inflation, poverty levels, any idea, because things are not stable. And obia I don't even know how to explain
because
it now.
there is obviously there is going to be a stoppage in the supply of certain goods and services.
Absolutely.
And people may hoard, and I think that these are the times a man for hoarding Yema, just because there is crisis for them to profiteer of one more ebi here sa Yema.
Ebimu feel say Nancy. Ebimu feel say because of amemua ekoswa yenti memufo no. We think say mpenimfo no mudi yeso no. They are not patriotic. They do not have our interest as a larger group of citizens, you know, at heart. Ebi omo shawana, omo angasa, omo how do enrich themselves? They are doing things in a selfish manner, and you know there is this widespread dissatisfaction with a government, you know. And we think say, oh, asoja for bem na bia omo ye kuwa. Asoja for they are like this, they are like that, and you know. And you're my best, sir. Ain't you know, yet to walk around now. Knowingly or unknowingly, no, we wish for coups. But the bottom line is that it is going to affect you and set the country back in ways that you cannot imagine. We compare to some countries, be a PR to sell cool to us as something that is nice. Into Nebeka say, hey, where are you? Coolie day, say, why you say,
yeah.
To sort of sell it to us, say it
okay.
can be something that would be beneficial to the growth of our mind, but it is not. It is not. Uko baby to say Mali, Burkina Faso, and in Nigeria. One time, you know. Civilians videos be circulating yes civilians ne sorry omo ko jira baby omo bo military leader no ho buying because no matter say some external powers be per se omo skills be no omo pe omo military leader no enti no omo mum na civilians ni mum na omo ebo military leader no ho buying. That tells you how welcoming gradually, no, people are becoming of course.
Yeah.
Na me hwa, na me dwen say Gen Z for ya momum pese obi ahye mo so. And you think that cool is okay. What problem?
What problem there? Any Mamika said to Villa Water Solutions say unsu problem there and we here for the amount and any to Villa Water Solutions but more than fa unsu hu sem nyina fa kokko down no my crowd so betimi abo aso ano ede amawo Ghana for no any okanko sub metro Monya Kradwe, Happy on Wheels, 18th of December, 2025, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. A grand finale of all Happy on Wheels, a few munina. Remember, it's happening on the 18th of December, 2025, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Brother Bekayo, na in ASH Mediano. Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Yay! 20 years of making love stories come true. We Akunya Kesia, Edma Modiana Brau, Nafam Brabishimwe. Nanya make a luxurious hotel accommodation, a beautiful wedding outfit, amazing reception with great food and drinks, stylish decorations, convoy, escort service, professional premarital counseling. And in Yama, I would be renewing account 1,000 Ghana to display and a wucho Modiana Frep. Nany penny for any and comment 0244143994 and 0302254858. Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding, our warrior on another level. Don't do soccer bet. And a month for Oko Banabao, a yet Madrida. As a month for Anko ye crown farmer. If you more and yet damn farm, and I make a trom say, Sen come to Moshe soccer chance more. You would have won. When him say soccer chance, no selected 10 or more matches, ought no, 1.30 and above. Selected ABA 11 matches, 10 about 1 and more. Sika odishe mucha ye no. Ye ma mo home yensa. 14 matches now selected 13 about 1 and more. Sika odishe mucha ye ma mo home yensa. That's how it is. You win even when you're losing with soccer chance. Mr. Bomodiana Cost of Cabet CCA. Terms and conditions apply. Say Yadian Quandia near Mammy come from a woo. Say Yadian no Navia yet. Ebukaku Pimu at war Sabasco Sabash. Yes, Sabash Herbal Center. Sabash Herbal Center American for their mo. Yadia Kwan Crunina, Bomodia for Pimo. As I say, Unia drew up na Yadiano, and I Niwasha say Epo, I hope wishing at Yadiano. Dr. Kwakusabat, Sabe Count, dear Druber Count, Ama Yadinano at Ira. Bomodian, Dr. Kwakusaba, any Enkomoi 0508 768 846. And I say 0249 217 453. Sabash Herbal Center, Elwo La Paz. Yane Abrantia Sport in the Division. Ghana for Mumfro 0551 563 916 0555 657 278. Yanko, my children never be afraid.
If I'm a man, why?
Jumno, why, Mr. Jumno?
If I'm Pacho, you did it all here.
Oba the other man and Pacho,
you social media, and I say, went to Menka. And you could hear that way be so much. And I don't know what me party. Kusa. Now, Joe Ashama Dauruma. And let me go war tetanus and then answer. See, with the MC Yanessa. Mammy Chama, Joshua, and Michelle Wati. Then you'll be some say, Inara, Michelle. I'm Chama display. Akuga, and I could have put that more later. And I go on come home, Mr. Brown, Forest Commission. So we'll share a mania or moti or man penny switchia. They say a NTRC any sabi any pre and a mamma yes. Because me baby to say Benin. See a betty say Omoku Yukua a beham ye nehame. Because for money or media, one of the African countries as soon you walk a Benin. Si fami boa kachem se me boa eti se ebinom eye kuwa eye libre but ebinom so deserve say you see you mko seniye ko so Togo seniye ko so Azikos what do we mere every si fam boko yan tuaba but before for be wi ni so one be mu nipa won wi ni ko so wi dey dey oba constitution enye and so fata ye best enye kunkwan ye solve problem ye best other countries no omunya betre the binia omu ko benkrom omunya demonstration emma bani wu se ne ko na enye mo nyom ko nya atwom because ebi mo anu mo ko trase na no say ya no nya atwom no akwosha ba na inside no agitika no oka ensema ekoso wa chire ni na de chire won e bia na ekoso Togo. It's Ghana there, yes, so suffer any man so. The Democrats now, and they so far so good. Over 100%. John Damani Mahama Mambu. If you ever want a basso.
Mamma, I said, no cross, and Yanko, my children will be a free few. Wait, Malamidi, Pacho, me and you, Adama.
Minchia, Yami wife, or Papa at the Shavali. Na Minchia, praise your papa. Brasipa. Yena yan so ya be so kuso insist ye guso ayeku o mo democracy ba ya se no e say o mo so mo anfa no ahongono se sa because you show America ye kesa America yi na o mo democracy na 100 years anambwa anambwa
over 200
sana e be so mo na itimi stabilize na nyama ye ayefe ye kaku a senso je ni afatu ekotu aban gunku ani wo se yeku and so 140 officers a omo yeku they ba sewni amanfo hold the public officers omo di yeku me kan we enemy ngina so ami wo atu abawie a public officer wo da so ejuma we bia awoti abosime so iti awuka ya mo bi ejuma se onko ye ejuma wo ejuma a wo ya ye ti oka e matni Ifan ensa ma o kasika ansa na wo de o se wo ye no waye ma ono etimi ye lejuma
enu na afeni ku no
enye ku
da bia no nye ku
ade de ben
enu ye bribery and corruption
na bribery and corruption nya ku
da bi enu nka ku
enu kra sinku sifa enu kra sinku se ku de wono wa na ajibutu awegu na wono hihya ase no omma de wo se ekoso contractor bi a waba sabi oba be yejuma mai na woni pa architect design ade a pese ye no fama no no onye mai no o si o mo sika wejuma na wo ya o ti office wo ye no on sam mai wo sika e ka wo mu tie so mo anyara need food abi dia de mo be fa no mo ga so mo be sorry me dia de mo be fa no be sorry so mo tie ya pa wo ya because sabi ya bre wo nyama bebre ho obi aba na se wanye na se obi aba na so be ya enam se dia sa nipa na appointee wa na oni aba minti no wo ti office na wo ye de office wo ye nipa aba site for more than 1 week office ye juma no wo drawings are crowd be ya 1 day 2 days ala wo be tap computer ma ye juma no I was travel up to date aban 8 year ya complaining say mo bi show office mo pese o mo ya lecture mo no ebe ye juma and still na say press o man ye nyina idea is one officer or say obi ati ye juma ye but so uti office ye juma ma say juma na fanya politics even na ye say bin there wo hwe nkwala akọ school a o mo feli poto yi e say abai fa so oni menyanti say ye to first pass question ya da ye nti ya tonti no aban enko feli am even with the formal education minister ko ebe kan send ya say ehunnya be da say
mama na wasi machi udin ba bia frefie
that's if me ho ye friend Sani Amanfro
Sani Amanfro Sani Pacho mi ti odama
me ka free Amanfro so bra say ku asia me ba ko e ti say de na ko amumo se efitia no me fan say minister bi on mo be bia da ohun se o ye adwuma titiri bia na boso me ba ko boso mienu wada ka papam wada fi papam ento tincha de na baba adwumbo ne na baba otu so enti se soje ni say me bring me de ni ntie bebre me nya hwe ni fi mu da na obi aba na ansane ne wada ka papam fi ni fi point me nkan so enti o tan ma adwumbo baba ntim ama akọ eku enti empire na omudi enim no ya hya mo omonya modi mo emaye Africa so kunu so ameme omoye ye no so me ever Guinea ela na no mampanyini ya adi akra ana Burkina Faso die omo amka nyina ye hu do moye enti na I say butan so amuso de ba no me hu nya hu butan yi da ana o follow ayina o agogu omo amoye ku ben e ho say 18 na no Burkina Faso de nkwa na epulu awo so ya ade amani kuro no butan de ba no butan papa no de ba e so ma no ba be ku aje no so ba be bibi no so ko enko bonka
mama na wasi Sani Amanfro yankwa ma chudi ni ba bia frefie
ma so ba sifa
yes sir Samson ko price Samson Pacho apombo go there
ma to ba do na so
oba de adar ma yikukura mu kakra Ghana 40
do bo de aso minim pani bi o hawa ho no the past administration in ho o free ho no o ban say sa long vehicle tintin bi o kita bi so ho but le ya tra ha che ni ni na na e ho zo fa eti emfa ne say sa mo se kunye the ko emfa say ni pa no wo no na mo sa ta mo o ma nya hwia ma o ma no emfa say price constituency ano o ma nya hwia ma yo eti emfa say sa di o mo kan say bi si e se bi a me ma bi so no me ko ha ai boni ana ni me boni bra the ko abandis come out say fa be ade ma o ma no why boni why boni so that hand o so my boni o so that o so my boni o but onipa ne de no ni de wa anya boni bra sipa because this kind of mouth fa be ade ma o ma but o de akọ botom o na o de o ye ye so that in social media na ye ko no it's a bar yes wow president mama is doing this our yes wow na na to do this our say ni afeni mi so na ye me ya say identity na sade we nko so me man tell me wo it's not me bu fu brasifa I don't me bu fu because social media na me hu ni esi e wo obi ekuro mu me ko mama ate unu ni ma wo brasifa ene ma wo no say me say ne ma say ye bia de video ade de me ni ntia ngam say aka bra me de mia me twalo fa ma mia me ba hati fa wa the foul say kasi enko NGTV aba say GTV aba say TV station be aba ha de recover sa ne ma no but the point for you see need this come on to fa be ade a ye poni ba ko ka kire say onu sika na o de ba onu petrol so o fa me ye bridge man ya na me no ka say bridge say me no ka say o kan ko sa ko foforo so ko wa man from kan ko ye bridge say ye diskana mo so fa ba ya de no who that the foforo e ti that for me who tell you me bu fu
ma no say something come price so yen kwa ma chori ni ba bia frefie.
Good morning, Honorable Sefah-Danquah.
We bright, about so kind, bright, but you mean to what Ghana for you.
Papa, Pania, Kunya, dear mammy, Nanko, in Shire, Papa, now on board by Honorable Fatih, and me at PFN, Fuji, Yami, and coming now, Mamma Fisher, also. And now 1 year, daughter, on my boy. Yankopon Nefani Prayer in Baby, Papa, because and yet Honorable Dr. Maneboama Anka NDC, and Papa, by now I'm no can say on Kati as a phone. Your name money, baby, Papa, and Tina. Minchi Honorable Courage, McCaffrey in networking, our TDC.
Can I say more than any home?
Honorable Alaji Akundo, Masam de American.
Embrand the home. Sunset, I forgot to train, Wadama.
No, may come as so. May Pacho echo us, no, or more day. Then echo us a year about Kuna Kosu, our country, Africa countries, no. Then I echo us a year found. I know what if what to me, Mano?
There be some Minya or Echo as now
Africa country as here will be a friend ECOWAS. Now ECOWAS the
ECOWAS no West ECOWAS near West Africa and yeah
now West Africa into Omunka ECOWAS no.
They come out with their statements that they don't support that. Guinea-Bissau the anybody thought is Omuka was.
And now echo saying.
Is that no one do this about Tuja?
Me, Yankuranga, I go as no way no Munguno. Let's say John Dramani Mama class. I go as we no crano. Yeah, Ghana, ye who crave film. Because the Diana, ye yoku. One day. It's the airports who are African countries. Africa countries, maybe. No quite.
Bright Mamma as a final color. Now, yes, also, for video and for my sports team. No, my children, baby, you're trying to tell the brain. I don't know about your mutual dama.
No, but we can't check that your man is a brown or forestry commission. I do my all yellow.
I don't know one unimre.
Kakami can say, Operating Sefah, a dear the member, a member fire cool, and I said that very cool, will be down.
Says it's no one yet.
I think I have said something that I was saying that I was saying, I was talking to before. I won't say that you can, but I was saying yes before. And I think they are no majority in Franco, and I go for. But I was going to go for one. I just Franco, there is a problem. And I was saying, Union. And I say West Africa, the sister from Uzet in a free. It's incorporating a man for this care now because it's getting too much, especially microphone.
Mama, I say, young fancy, near sorry, so my main fat and as Cassie and Farmer, the entire production team. Mr. Mintimin for Mr. Munya friend, I'm fortunate, Nasia, no matter I'm free. You're from young compassion, this year, and brother this year. Chanching and Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah. A sports team, a crowd of somebody, a good Munia promotion, summer brain, and a live and happy 98.9 FM. Free Sabre Yakupin Bra, a premo, a beto, and Sana, yet the happy, a Cassiabo, Edia Bro, Prem Tubre, Ediano. Na, Mr. Winchim will feed in from free of Uncle to baby. Aha, and Ansempa, and then some word, and come with Cham, Nina.